All right. I think we got it this time, ladies and gentlemen. We are live once again. I think this should start a brand new stream, yes. All right. Hopefully notifications get sent out. There they are. All right. Josh, let's see if this works now, buddy.
All right, let's go. Second time's a charm, baby.
All right. Let's see.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we're good. We can hear Josh. What's
All
up,
right.
everybody? How's it going? Okay, again, let's try this again. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Rocha here, and we are live tonight for some playoff predictions. And first on the channel tonight to speak about some NBA is none other than the Mr. Love Fury. It's Josh. What's up, Josh?
Yo, what's up, Rocha? What's up, homie? Thank you so much for having me on, man. I cannot wait for the NBA season to come back next Thursday. You're going to be streaming. We're all going to be streaming, Sir Cardinal. It's going to be a fucking great time, man. And I am ready for my NBA predictions. And I might have some that just might be a little bit of a hot take. But everybody in the chat right now, give me a 2 sweet. And thank you, everyone, for popping in here. And let's tweet this out. Let's let everybody know about this because the NBA season is back next Thursday. So let's get everybody in here and let's get hyped for the NBA. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Isaiah, shout out to you. Thank you for posting about this in the Discord. What up, everybody? What's up? Isaiah, Soccer Side, Christopher, Drippy, Sir Cardinal, who we will have on here in a bit. Mick, everybody, Mitch Gibson. What's up, everybody? So, yes, we are here right now to predict what me and Josh think's going to happen for these NBA restart. You never know what's going to happen, man. This shit could get crazy. We can have a team like the Mavericks win the title. We can have a team like the Lakers, obviously, or the Clippers, the favorites. We can have a team like the Heat win the NBA title. You just never know. All right.
Anything can happen in the bubble, baby.
Hell yeah. We can go ahead and hide that Joe person. You get out of here. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into this, Josh. You ready?
Hell yeah. Let's do it, brother.
All right, so let's go over to the Western Conference we'll start with. And we're going to right now list our 1 through 8 seed. So,
okay, good.
The number 1 seed, obviously, I got the Lakers. They're going to stay right where they are.
You have the Lakers?
Yes.
At 1?
Yes, sir.
So do I.
Okay, good. All right, the number 2 seed I got staying is the Clippers.
I also have the Los Angeles Clippers staying right at number 2.
All right. Number 3. Okay. So this team's only a game and a half ahead of the Jazz, but I think they're just too good to drop. I got the Nuggets staying at 3 as well.
I have the Nuggets as well. Better team chemistry. Jokic looks fucking fantastic. He looks like the best shape of his career so far in this league. So let me have the Nuggets at 3, staying there.
All right. And here's where I first changed. I actually have the Thunder jumping the Jazz into the number 4 seed.
You have the Jazz at number 4. Yes. I actually have the Houston Rockets jumping from the 6th seed and getting to the 4th spot. They're only a game behind that 4th spot. So give me the Rockets because, they went small ball. They traded Clint Capella. They got Robert Covington in there. And, I'll be one of the first person to say it. I was wrong. I thought the small ball was going to, be a disadvantage to them. But actually, it was a huge advantage, and they won a whole lot of games doing the small ball. So I think Houston Rockets, with their remaining schedule, I think they're going to jump up to the 4th seed.
All right. Sounds good. Absolutely, man. Being at the 5 seed, that's where I got the Rockets. They're going to jump the Jazz, and they are going to be the 5 seed for me.
At number 5, I have the Utah Jazz at 5th seed.
All right, and next, the 6th seed is where I drop the Jazz. So they go from 4 to 6 in my predictions. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about the Jazz in this restart.
No, that's very viable. I mean, because the Utah Jazz, there's going to be some chemistry issues between Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, so they're not seeing eye to eye right now. So, and yeah, it's very possible. Okay. But here at number 6, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
I have OKC dropping down to 6.
All right, so 7th seed for me stays the same, and that's the Dallas Mavericks.
I got the Dallas Mavericks as well, staying at 7.
All right, so here we go, guys. Who's getting the 8th seed? These are the Grizzlies, the Blazers, the Pelicans, the Kings, the Spurs. I have the Memphis Grizzlies staying at the 8th seed and picking up and going into the playoffs this year.
All right, so out of all the standings in this last remaining 8 games, right? Mm-hmm. This 8th seed in the West is the most interesting. Fighting for the 8th seed, you have the Memphis Grizzlies, you have the Portland Trail Blazers, you have the Pelicans, you have the Kings, Spurs, and Suns, correct? You have all those teams fighting for that 8th seed. Now, a lot of us were expecting the Pelicans to maybe jump into that 8th seed. And right now, if I was saying, if Zion was playing right now, if he was there in the bubble and he's ready to go from the very first game, I would say the Pelicans are going to be the 8th seed. Also, Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. They've been absolutely fantastic so far, man. And, their coach, I think, could be a Coach of the Year candidate. Everyone's talking about Ja Morant, talking about Zion Williamson. And one of those two teams can absolutely get that 8th seed. And, again, if it was right now, Zion getting into the beginning of this restart, I would say the Pelicans get that 8th seed. They have the easiest schedule remaining, and he has a tremendous supporting cast around him with J.J. Redick, a veteran. He's got Brandon Ingram, Drew Holiday. He's got Lonzo Ball, who's been fantastic over there. Derek Favors. So they have a really good team. If Zion was there, I would say they're the 8th seed. Absolutely. However, check this shit out, okay? Memphis Grizzlies, they got one of the toughest schedules remaining in these last 8 games. Now, we don't know when Zion is going to come back. We don't know that. Mm-hmm. There's no timetable. We know he's going to come back at some point, but we don't know when that's going to be. And again, if he was there right now, I would say the Pelicans at 8. Yeah. I'm going to say a hot take right here. Ooh. I'm going to say the Portland Trail Blazers, with the hardest schedule remaining with these 8 games, are going to get the 8th seed. Okay. The Portland Trail Blazers right now, I mean, they got their guys back, Roach. I mean, they have Damian Lillard, that C.J. McCollum, Carmelo Anthony, who looks fantastic. He's in great shape right now. They got Zach Collins. They got Nurkic, Hassan Whiteside. They got a fucking great squad over there. And Portland, they don't like anything easy. They like it. They like the things hard, and they like to fucking pull off these tremendous victories. And last year, we saw them take out, who did they fucking take out? They took out OKC, Westbrook and Paul George right on him. Damian Lillard, he hit that buzzer beater. That was a fantastic game. Yep. So Portland Trail Blazers, their backs are against the wall. Everyone's saying, look, they're not going to make it with the hardest schedule remaining. But with that squad all there, those guys coming back ready, I think Portland Trail Blazers could get that 8th seed. And as of right now, with the fact that we don't know when Zion is going to come back, with the Pelicans and with the easiest remaining schedule of these 8 games, I'll say Portland Trail Blazers get that 8th seed. They pull it off. They pull off the miracle, and they get the 8th seed, and they're going to face the Lakers.
All right. Love it, bro. What's up, Corrupt? What's up, Josh Jr.? Everybody in the chat, Salvador, Daniel, everybody, how you guys doing?
Let's go.
Just stopping by. Make sure you guys hit that like and sub button. And if you're new to my channel, you're not subbed already, go sub up my boy Josh over here. He runs a channel called TheSportsFury with a very great Cowboys fan named Sean. They are amazing at what they do. They'll be starting up NBA exactly a week from tomorrow. So if you guys haven't, go sub them up. Link is in the description. So Josh with a spicy take. I like it though. They could. I mean, what's his name? That center, Nurkic, right? Is coming back.
He's back. They got a hella front court. They got a great back court. Dude, they got a solid rotation. The hardest schedule remaining in the 8 games left, they could do it. They could pull it off. They can get that 8th seed.
Absolutely, man. All right, so let's go ahead and go over to the Eastern Conference, where we'll name on 1 through 8, and then we'll start picking round by round. So over to the Eastern Conference, obviously, first and foremost, the Bucks, the best team in the NBA right now. They got the number 1 seed for me.
They got that shit on lock. Bucks first seed. Let's go.
Absolutely. Next to the defending champions, the Raptors. I know they got a little bit of a hard schedule, but I think they're perfectly accountable for this, and I think they'll stay at the 2 seed.
Yep, give me the Raptors at number 2. They have a solid rotation themselves. They defensively, they're just fantastic. They can handle anybody. They're staying at 2.
All right, for
They're staying at
me,
2.
the Celtics, they are 2.5 games up on the Heat, but I do think they stay as well. They're a really good team, and they're poised for a type of thing like this.
You're saying the Heat at number 3?
The Celtics. The Celtics. Yes.
Celtics? Okay.
Yes.
I got the Boston Celtics staying at 3.
Okay. All right. The number 4 seed, Heat, are 2 games above the Sixers, 2 games above the Pacers. I'm going to keep them at the 4 seed. I'm really hyped about the Heat this year.
I will stay with Heat at 4.
All right. So this is where my first change. I think the Sixers will jump the Pacers, and they will become the 5th seed.
Ooh, okay. At number 5, I am going to say that it is going to be the 76ers. 76ers get the 5th seed.
All right, and then this is why I have the Pacers and Sixers flip-flopping. Give me the Pacers at the 6th seed.
Yeah, Pacers at number 6. Sabonis, I mean, as of right now, it looks like he might not come back for a long time, if at all. They're saying that he doesn't come back anytime soon. Victor Oladipo, he's coming back for the Indiana Pacers. So that's good. But they're also going to be limiting the minutes of Brogdon. So to start off, so they dropped down to 6 for me.
All right, and then this is where another change here. If you guys were watching Sir Cardinal's stream today, the Nets just look awful. So I'm going to have the Magic jump into the 7th seed.
Magic going to the 7th seed.
Yes.
Yes.
And then for the 8th seed is between the Wizards and the Nets. They're both really bad. They're both missing superstars and stars. So I'm going to stick with the Nets to be the 8th seed.
Yes, Nets are going to stay there at that 8th seed. They're going to get that 8th seed. Now, the Wizards are not going to get that spot because they're without Bradley Beal. They're without John Wall. Bertans is also going to be out. So who the fuck do they got over there? I mean, nah. Wizards are not going to do anything. They're just there to have a good time, enjoy the bubble. But the Nets will have the 8th seed.
Yep, agreed. So there you go, guys. So just looking in the chat, looks like people are agreeing. $2 dono from Bobby says, hi, Rocha and Josh, my friends. What's going on, Bobby?
Hi, Bobby.
God damn, Josh just ear raped me.
Sorry. You're not the only one who ear rapes people around here.
True. What's up, PJ?
All right.
Saying Josh looking fresh.
Yo, PJ, what up, buddy? Thank you, man. I gotta look fresh, man. I'm a guest on someone else's channel. Got to, you know.
Sorry for the Skype lag, guys. I don't know what's going on. 2 words: new PC. Well, it's 4 words: new PC. Hopefully soon, and this will all be fixed. This is a hot take. I got Orlando out of the playoffs, says Darkness. Whoa.
Wait, well, hold on. How would Orlando get out of the playoffs? They got Aaron Gordon. They have Vucevic. They got a good squad over there, you know. And what do the Nets have? They have LeVert. They have Jared Allen, Joe Harris. I mean, who didn't play, but you know, the Nets are gonna, they're gonna drop to 8th seed. The Wizards have nobody over there on their team either. So how does Orlando miss the playoffs? How are they going to fall behind the Nets and the Wizards? I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I agree. What's up, Jazzy TV says, Tyler Hero's my man, going for the Heat since my Hawks are out. What up, Jazzy? Yeah, man, Heat are going to be good, bro. I'm hyped for the Heat.
Ooh.
Spurs just going to play them young guys. Yeah, Corrupt. I don't see the Spurs making it. Josh Jr. says, I love those sunglasses, Josh.
Hell yeah. Well, everybody in the chat right now, who do you think, because we just went over our, seeding from the West and the East, right? I think the most interesting spot is that 8th seed in the West. Mm-hmm. Rocha, you said who's getting that 8th seed?
I got Memphis.
You got Memphis staying right there at 8. I got the Portland Trailblazers right now, since we don't know what's going on with Zion. Give me the Portland Trailblazers. But who do you got getting that 8th seed, yo? And I'm ready, man. I'm ready to break down the bracket for the playoffs. Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
So, yeah. Let's see who you guys got. What's up, Boogie fan? Bulls are out. I'm rooting for Rockets. So, let's see. Daniel's got Memphis. Junior's got Pelicans. QC's got Trailblazers, says the Scrappy. Josh makes some great points, man. Trailblazers definitely could get that 8th seed.
Yeah. Damn right.
Chris has got Blazers. Corrupt's got Grizzlies. Mofo, what up, Mofo? Says the
Yo,
Blazers and the Nets. Okay. Blazers, Memphis, Grizzlies. So Portland. So yeah, we're really chat split, man. A lot of Portland, a lot of Memphis, and actually not as many Pelicans as I thought.
ooh, okay. Yeah, but it's an unknown, Rocha. It's an unknown right now.
That is true. Who knows?
Now, I'll say this though. I'll say this. Don't be surprised if the Pelicans still get that eighth seed. That they're able to get that eighth seed if they have to be without Zion for half the 8 games or most of the 8 games. They have the easiest schedule remaining. They have a great cast of players over there. So don't be surprised if they still got the 8th seed, right? For those who think that the Pelicans were going to get it, like a month ago, because a lot of us were saying that it's going to be the Pelicans. But don't be surprised if they still end up getting that 8th seed. I mean, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
Absolutely. So, all right. So, here we go, guys. It is time to break down the first round of the NBA Restart playoffs. And let's start with the Eastern Conference. So, the first matchup for me is the number 1 seeded Bucks versus the number 8 seeded Nets. Give me the Nets and whoa. Give me the Bucks in 1. This is just going to be
Boy, I was about to slap you across the screen.
Give me the Bucks easily. I mean, the Nets are just, they have nobody.
Yeah, if the Nets somehow had Kyrie Irving and KD and Dinwiddie to go with Joe Harris and LeVert and Jared Allen, and then it'd be a great series, But that's just not the case. The Nets, they had to go get Jamal Crawford, who's 172 this Sunday. They're not going to win anything. This is no hope. This is a sweep, Roach. This is a sweep.
Absolutely.
Bucks are going to sweep.
Absolutely. All right. So my number 2 seed is the Raptors taking on the Magic, a rematch from last year's first round. I remember the Magic won game 1. Everyone's like, oh, here we go again. The Raptors are going to lose. The Raptors are going to choke. But no, again, the defending champs will hang on, and they will beat the Magic in, let's say, 5 games. Let's get the Magic 1. And the
It's always the Raptors and the Magic in the first round. And the Magic always seem to pull off a victory, right? At least one victory. Not going to be the case this time. I say the Raptors in a sweep right here. Yes. Okay.
I like it. Got Raps in 6, Raps in 7. Oh, I don't count Geo. Raps in 4. All right. Nice. All right. So for me, oh, my bracket give me a second. All right, there we go. All right, so for me, I got the 3-seeded Celtics versus the 6-seeded Pacers. And again, this is the easy one. Give me the Celtics here. I'm really high on them to restart this bubble. Give me the Celtics. Let's go in 5 again.
Okay. All right, so we're at the 3 and 6 seed, you said?
Yes.
All right, the 3 and 6 seed for me, it's between the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. Pacers against Sabonis. We don't know when he's going to come back, if he comes back at all. Victor Oladipo was looking rusty before COVID happened and the NBA had to shut down. They're saying he's looking okay right now, but the Boston Celtics are just too much. They got about 4 guys who can score 20-plus points a game. So give me the Boston Celtics give me 5 games.
5. All right, and so for me, we got the 4-seeded Heat, 5-seeded Sixers, and for this one, give me the Miami Heat to defeat the 76ers in the first round and move on to the second round. The Heat, you got this veteran leadership with Andre Iguodala. You got a lot of young talent, Tyler Hero, and Bam. The Sixers, they don't got a bench. We don't know what's going to happen with them. Sorry, MG, but give me the Heat in 7 games to advance to the second round.
This is going to be probably the most interesting series in the Eastern Conference in the first round. Miami Heat, the 76ers. Both of these teams play good defense. They both like to slow down. They can slow down the game, especially the 76ers, right? That's especially what they're going to want to do. And the Sixers are going to want to dominate in the front court over the Miami Heat. I mean, you're comparing Al Horford and Joel Embiid. Their best guy in the front court is who? Bam, right? For the Miami Heat. So they're going to want to take advantage in that front court. Yeah. But Miami, my goodness, they play not only just great defense, but they are a great three-point shooting team. The 76ers, not that great defensively against the perimeter. And I think Miami shoots lights out with Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler,
Yep.
Bam going off. This is too much firepower
Mm-hmm.
for the 76ers. Joel Embiid, he can give you 20 plus, right? Points a game.
Yep.
Tobias Harris, he can get you that. Outside of that, now you're getting really dicey with the 76ers. Am I wrong? I mean, who else is going to be potentially putting up 20-plus points? Maybe Al Horford could do it, maybe a couple of games in this series, few games in the series, maybe. But the Miami Heat, they got more firepower along with the defense. Miami wins this in 6 or 7 games. I would say 7 games. I'm going to show respect to the 76ers. 7 games. Miami Heat wins.
All right, so there you go, guys. And yeah, I see a lot of people in the chat got the Heat. Darkness has got the Sixers. A couple other people got the Sixers. MG says Sixers 4-3. But that's going to be a fun series, man. That's probably the
Now,
series I'm looking forward most to.
What have I been saying all year, Roach? Even before the season started. Sixers are that team to get bounced in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on the matchup, but that's a team that can get bounced in the first round. And if things play out the way we see it, they're going to have Miami in the first round, and they're getting bounced.
I agree, man. That's going to be a fun series. We got 51 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure y'all hit that like and sub button. If you haven't already, go sub up Josh, a.k.a. from TheSportsFury, or I should say, sorry, a.k.a. Mr. Love Fury from TheSportsFury. So
Go sub us up, man.
Go sub them up. They're live most of the time, 2 nights a week. And Saturday, guys, Josh already knows I'm going to be doing an early game, which is his Cubs versus the Brewers. So I can go off and go watch these boys do an up all night stream. Y'all don't want to miss that. That stream is legendary. And that's this.
We're going to have all kinds of great stories being told that night. You don't want to miss it. You just don't want to miss it.
Hell yeah.
Don't want to miss it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the Western Conference. And Josh, let's have you start off here with the 1-8 seed.
All right, the 1A seed for me, I have the Lakers going up against the Portland Trailblazers. To me, this is one of the more interesting matchups in the first round. The 1-8 seed, the Portland Trailblazers, now that they're at full power. You got Blazers with Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum. That is a lethal backcourt. That's an advantage they're going to have over the Los Angeles Lakers, right? And I think with them, Zach Collins and Nurkic in the front court, they're going to try the best they can to give Anthony Davis as much trouble as possible. Also, they're a little bit more deeper than the Los Angeles Lakers. However, the Lakers have LeBron James. They got Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is probably the defensive player of the year this year. And, you know, Lakers, we'll see what their rotation puts up, man. They just need guys to be at least halfway decent around LeBron James, around Danny Green, who can hit the perimeter shots. Anthony Davis doing what he does. I'm going to say the Lakers advance, but it's not going to be a picnic because the Portland Trailblazers, they're not going to be a true number 8 seed. Mm-hmm. And don't be shocked. Don't be shocked if the Blazers somehow pull off some sort of Cinderella story. Going into the start of this season, they get that 8 seed and they take out the Lakers because matchup-wise, they present some pretty good mismatches against the Lakers. So don't be shocked if it happens, but still give me the Lakers to pull through and advance.
All right. So, yeah. So I got the opposite. I got Lakers. I got Grizzlies. I think, obviously, like Josh was saying, Portland, I think, would be the best matchup for the Lakers. I got the Lakers over the Grizzlies in 5. We'll see John Morant ball out. We'll see what Jaren Jackson Jr. has. But, yeah, give me the Lakers over the Grizzlies in 5 to move on to the second round.
I'll say this. If it's your route, Memphis versus L.A., again, the same thing applies. Who's guarding Ja?
Yeah.
The backcourt of the Memphis Grizzlies is going to pose a problem for the Los Angeles Lakers. No one's guarding Ja. And then you got Valanciunas, who's fucking pretty damn good. Yep. Jaren Jackson, that's a solid fucking front court. Absolutely. And again, their head coach, Taylor Jenkins, he is a coach of the year candidate. Mm-hmm. Don't sleep on Memphis. I mean, if it turns out your way, 1-8 Memphis versus Lakers, Lakers will win, but Memphis is not going to lay down and die for LA. LA is not going to have an easy route in the first round.
Nope, absolutely not. John Moran would be the best player of this draft class. He could. I think Zion will. What's up, Connor? What's up, Jesse? What's up, Salvador? Portland's backcourt's going to be murder. LA's offensively. Games will be closer than you think. Dude, I low-key hope what happens, Josh says, because Portland, LA in the first round would be, woof, that would be great. Mofo, you know, bro. You know you'd be in trouble. That Dame time, bro. That Dame time. All right, so Josh, go ahead and predict your 2-7 matchup.
The 2-7 matchup I have is the Los Angeles Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. And the Mavericks and Clippers have played before, right? And the Clippers have gotten the better of them. Yep. And the Mavericks, if I had to say, if I had to pick a couple of dark horse teams, you guys already know that Blazers are one of my dark horse teams, and the Dallas Mavericks, they could be a dark horse. I mean, they have Porzingis, they have Luka Doncic, who is one of the best premier players in the fucking league right now. They have a great supporting cast in Finney Smith, Tim Hardaway Jr. This is a team that could do some damage, and they're not going to lay down and die for the Los Angeles Clippers neither, especially in the first round. The Clippers, I could see them being a little bit sluggish to start off, and the Mavericks being as young as they are and as, with the studs that they have, they could take advantage of that and take a couple of games. I say the Clippers winning in 6 games. It's not going to be a sweep. It's not going to be a 5-game series. Mavericks are going to make it interesting. Now, I also want to say this. Don't be surprised if the Mavericks, they do so well in the last 8 remaining games that the Mavericks somehow jump to the 6th seed, right? And if they jump to the 6th seed and they play Denver in that scenario, the Mavericks could take out Denver, who I think will still be the 3 seed. They could take out a Denver team, and Mavericks, you could see a Maverick team move on to the second round. But in my scenario, as I have right now, Clippers are going to take out the Mavs in 6 games. I think Mavs are good for 2.
Yeah. All right, I got the same exact thing as Josh here. I think the Mavericks do poise a good matchup against the Clippers. I'm really excited to see Luka and KP for the first time in the playoffs. It's a different situation right now, obviously. Hang on, guys. Let me make myself a little bit bigger there. But it's going to be a great one, man. I'm hyped for this matchup in the Western Conference. But, yeah, give me the Clippers, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. We'll see Montrezl Harrell. We'll see about Patrick Beverly. But, yeah, I love what Josh said. This is going to be a fun matchup, but give me the Clippers in 6. What's up, Rob? All right, Josh, let's go on to your 3-6 matchup.
My 3-6 matchup, I have the Denver Nuggets going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is going to be a great series. This is a series that I wouldn't even mind calling every single night if possible. Oklahoma City Thunder, a great surprising team going into this season. They did a lot better than everyone else thought they were going to be. Am I wrong? I mean, they had Chris Paul. He had a great season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA. This dude is a stud in the making. I loved him when he was playing with the Clippers. And with Gallinari and Steven Adams, Schroeder coming off the bench, Terrence Ferguson, they have a good little rotation over there. They've been surprising. And Denver Nuggets, at the 3 seed, they're a team in the playoffs before. We've seen them kind of be a little bit sluggish. I mean, we saw San Antonio give them a good punch in the mouth, right, in the playoffs before. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, they can absolutely do the same thing. I'm going to have Denver move on from this series, but this is one that's going to be good to pay attention to because Oklahoma could take out Denver Nuggets. They really could. So, but give me Denver.
Yeah, we got a lot of Nuggets at 7, OKC in 7. You know what? OKC in 7, yeah. So for me, this matchup for me is the Nuggets and the Jazz. I think the Jazz are going to fall. I don't know. Just something tells me we'll see what Mike Conley does. They're out without Bogdanovich. I just think the Nuggets easily, for me, handle the Jazz. They're just too good for them. Handle the Jazz in about 5 games and move on to the second round. I'm really liking the Nuggets with Jokic, Barton, that whole supporting cast. We'll see what MPJ can do. I know he didn't play too much during the regular season, but what offense did they get from him? And go ahead and give me the Nuggets in this 3-6 matchup and 5. All right, Jazz. Josh, what's your 4-5 matchup?
My 4-5 matchup is the Houston Rockets and the Utah Jazz. Now, this one, I have the Rockets advancing. The Utah Jazz is going to be interesting because I want to see what the chemistry is going to be like on the Utah Jazz with Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. And the Rockets, with their small ball, they're trying to do what your Golden State Warriors try to do for a long time. They're trying to replicate that. And I didn't think it was going to work, like I was saying earlier, and like I was saying throughout the season, but it fucking worked, man. And they could do this against the Utah Jazz. They could take some advantage and pull Rudy Gobert out of the front court and make him guard on the perimeter and take complete advantage out of that and shoot lights out. They have a few guys out there who can shoot. PJ Tucker, and although he's been doing a fantastic job for the Lakers in the front court as well, for the Rockets as well. So I see the Rockets beating the Utah Jazz and knocking them out.
Okay. All right. So yeah, for me, I got the Rockets and Thunder here. For me, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to take the Thunder to beat the Rockets in 7 games. That's right, the Thunder to upset the Rockets in 7 games. I think with CP3 and this young cast, I think they're gonna go. Well, I was about to say going to Houston, but I think they're gonna go up against Houston. They're gonna they're gonna beat James Harden. They're gonna beat Russell Westbrook, and the Thunder are going to come out of the first round. And once again, the Rockets go home early as always and choke. So there you go. There's my hot take. I'm going Thunder over Rockets.
That'd be a great series. Okay, OKC versus Houston. I mean, think about all the storylines that are right there for you in that kind of a matchup. I mean, you have Harden and Westbrook, who started off with OKC. You have Chris Paul, who used to play for Houston, used to play with James Harden. Now he's in OKC, where everyone thought he was going to go and fucking die. Now he's there in the playoffs facing against the Houston Rockets. Man, that series would be lit as fuck to call. That'd be a great series.
Hell yeah, John.
And in that case, I could see OKC taking out the Houston Rockets in your scenario.
Absolutely, man. So there you go, guys. What are your thoughts of our first round? I appreciate everybody in here. Rocha did that as a true Warriors fan. Hey, we own the Rockets. All right, we own the Rockets.
Now, Rocha,
yes.
in the first round, what would be your top matchups to watch? Give me your top 3 matchups in the first round.
All right, top 3 matchups would be Clippers and Mavericks.
Okay.
Then we will go over to the Eastern Conference, Heat and 76ers.
No brainer.
And then the final one for me would be Rockets and Thunder for me.
Rockets and Thunder. Okay, in your scenario, I agree. All right, now for me, I'm going to go with Lakers and Blazers. Okay. That's going to be great. In my scenario, Heat and 76ers would also be great. And then in my scenario, Denver and OKC. So Lakers and Blazers, Heat and 76ers, Denver and OKC. Also, in the Heat and 76ers matchup, we didn't mention this, but think about what Jimmy Butler's going to do against his former team, the 76ers. You don't think he's going to try to get in the head of Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid and talk a lot of shit and say, hey, I'm the motherfucker who carried you as far as we did when I was there. Oh, that's going to be a fantastic series, and I cannot wait for it.
Hell yeah, man. It's gonna be great. There's some great matchups. All right, guys, so now we are on to the conference semifinals. This time, let's start with the Western Conference. I'll go ahead and go first. So first up, we would have in my scenario, a Lakers-Thunder matchup in my scenario. And with that, the Thunder's magical run would end for me. I'd take the Lakers at about 5 or 6. I just think AD and LeBron would be too dominant for that Thunder squad. They are young, besides CP3, but I just think the Lakers in this scenario would dominate with LeBron and AD and move on to the Western Conference Finals. What about you, Josh?
All right, in the semi-conference finals, I have Lakers and the Houston Rockets. Now, in this second round, James Harden, Russell Westbrook going up against Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Ooh. I see some huge mismatches right there in favor of the Lakers. Rockets, they lose to the Lakers in 6 games.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. That would be definitely a fun matchup. All right, and for the other one, for me, I would have a 2-3 matchup of the Los Angeles Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. And in this scenario, I think this would be a fantastic series. Both these teams, I think, match up really well. But give me the LA Clippers to win this series in 7 games. In 7 games, fun matchups. Jokic, you got Kawhi, you got Paul George, Will Barton. See, again, what MPJ could bring to the floor. But in this scenario, give me the Clippers in 7 over the Rockets to go to the Western Conference Finals.
All right, so I also have Denver Nuggets and Clippers, right? And now in here, I have the Clippers. As they progress throughout the playoffs, they're going to get more acclimated to playing basketball in the playoffs. And they're going to start having more chemistry. They're going to get deadlier as it goes on, is what I'm saying. Here against the Denver Nuggets, they're going to pose so many mismatch problems. Jokic, a beast. But the dude lost a whole lot of fucking weight. And he's going to be asked too much of this series. And the Clippers are too deep. Clippers are going to beat the Denver Nuggets in possibly 5 games. 5 games.
Ooh, okay. 5 games. So Josh got them early. All right. So for me and Josh, we both have a Clippers-Lakers Western Conference Finals test. As everybody thought. And boy, oh boy, would that be a fun freaking matchup. So everybody in the chat, we got 52 in here. Who do you guys have in your Western Conference Finals? Let us know in the chat. Think about Leonard had 4 months off. He's going to be so tough to stop. Yes, all these nice, good players like LeBron, AD, Kawhi, Paul George all had 4 months to rest, heal up, and get ready to go. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. Got Douglas's Nuggets, Jazz. Got Clippers, Lakers. Yeah, bunch of Clippers. Oh, Mofo's got Lakers, Rockets. Okay, Mofo.
Lakers and Rockets. Damn.
Wow.
In the Western Conference Finals. Interesting.
Okay, Mofo.
I think most people agree. Clippers and Lakers.
Yep. All right, folks. Let's go on to the Eastern Conference. I'll go ahead and start this out with the 1-4 matchup, which would be, I so look forward to this series. Both these series, actually. Bucks, Heat for me. Give me the Bucks. I think they would struggle with the Heat, but give me the Bucks with Chris Middleton, with Giannis and their supporting cast. Give me them over 6 over the Heat. Although, honestly, if the Heat can get hot and they can hit their shots, I would not be shocked if the Heat pull up the upset and go to the conference finals. But I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Bucks here and move on to the Eastern Conference Finals in 6.
Now, okay, Miami Heat versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I also have that in my scenario, and I'm going to say Milwaukee moves on despite Miami's defense, despite their great perimeter play and knocking down the three ball. They're too small against the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis against Miami, again, your best front court player for Miami is an undersized guy in Bam going up against a Giannis. Yeah. Giannis should, and I say should, fucking do whatever he wants against the Miami Heat in the front court. So, Giannis unchecked, MVP, and as long as those shooters fucking knock down their shots, man, but then again, Miami has a great perimeter defense. Milwaukee should win this in 6 games.
All right, so I see a few people in the chat. King PJ, Heat in 7. Tropical, Heat in 7. Isaiah's got the Heat in 7. Mofo's got Bucks in 7. So a lot of people have this a very, very close series. I see everybody Bucks or Heat in 6 or 7. So this should be a great match to look forward to. Anyways, so next up for me, and this might be the most exciting series, I got the 2-seeded Raptors, the defending champions versus the 3-seeded Boston Celtics. Oh my God, this would be an intense, fun series. And ladies and gentlemen, the defending champions are defending no more. Give me the Boston Celtics to take the defending champions and beat them in 7 games and go on to the Eastern Conference Finals. I just like Boston's talent way too much. The Raptors still got talent, but I'm going to go Boston to beat the Raptors in 7.
All right, Boston versus the Toronto Raptors. I also have this in my scenario. And I am going to go with the Boston Celtics moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. And here's why. Toronto Raptors, their starting lineup is fantastic, right? Especially in the front court. That's something that they're going to have advantage over the Boston Celtics. I mean, you have Daniel Tice and you have Gordon Hayward in the front court going up against Serge Ibaka and Pascal Siakam. And on the wing, Toronto has OG Anunoby, who is fucking fantastic. So Toronto's going to have an advantage in the front court over the Boston Celtics. But Boston, mind you, folks, Boston is only one of the few teams in the NBA that has been top 5 this whole season in defense and offense. Boston has tremendous firepower. They got guys who could. They have about 4 guys on any given night who can score 20 plus. Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, or hell, even Marcus Smart, who has the record for the Boston Celtics for the most threes in a fucking game. So the Boston Celtics, too much firepower, too much better depth than the Toronto Raptors. Give me the Boston Celtics in 7 games. And I wouldn't be surprised if this game comes down to the final 2-3 possessions.
Absolutely.
It's going to be very, very close. Give me Boston to edge out.
SirCardinal says, I hate you guys, BRB Gordon Puncher. Sorry, sir.
I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I agree with Josh. They can have anybody in that roster just put up 20 at any time. Just think they could be a little bit too much for the Raptors in this year. We got a lot of Celtics in 7. We got Raptors in 7, Celtics in 6, Raptors in 7. So the chat's definitely split on this. We get this series, guys. This is probably the series throughout the entire playoffs that I look most forward to. This is such a great one.
All right. Oh, sorry. So, Rocha,
yes.
In your scenario, all right, in the semis, name your top 2 matchups in your scenario. Which are the ones that you
Let's see. Let's get one in each conference. So, obviously, number 1 would be Raptors Celtics. And my other one, let's see. In all honesty, I would look forward to, let's go Clippers Nuggets. Because I think the Nuggets could give the Clippers a little bit of trouble. Like you said, but Jokic could be overused in this one. But I would really look forward to a Clippers Nuggets and then, of course, the Raptors and Celtics games series.
See, for me, my top 2 matchups in the semis are all in the Eastern Conference.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone says, hey, the Western Conference is dominating everything. The East is on the rise, folks. Mm-hmm. The East is on the fucking rise, and it's getting more and more interesting over there. And as of right now, in my scenario, the top 2 matchups are all in the East, in the semis. Bucks, Heat, Boston, Toronto. Don't be surprised if both of those matchups are 7-game series that could go either way in that final game. So give me those 2 as my top 2 games, top 2 series in my scenario. Boston, Toronto, man, that's going to be a war. Miami versus Milwaukee, they're really going to test Milwaukee's. Remember Milwaukee last year? They faltered to a Toronto Raptors, and they were the top dogs. They were the favorites going against the Toronto Raptors, and the Toronto Raptors shown how to beat Milwaukee and how to slow down Giannis. So that's going to be really fucking interesting, man. But before we get into the conference finals, we got to get those likes up. Right now, we have 50 people watching, Rocha. We got 35 likes. We need at least 15 more likes. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick, Rocha, before we get into the conference finals. And when I give back, we should have at least 15 more likes. All right?
All right. Yes, guys. You heard the guy. You heard the man. Let's get those likes up, guys. Let's get those damn likes up. If you guys haven't, hit that like, hit that sub button. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Who is your guys' Eastern Conference Finals? Let me know in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys. So after me and Josh get done with our finals predictions, I'm going to restart Skype since it's lagging so bad. And we are going to get Hot Take Hockey. We're going to get SirCardinal on, and we're going to go over, I don't know if we'll go round by round just because of how crazy the bracket is, but we'll go over our playoff predictions as well. What's up, Bears Fan 15? What's up, man? What's up, Iverson Vlogs? So QC says, let's hear the biggest hot take y'all got for the playoffs. Ooh, boy. The biggest hot take? I think that the Lakers could be upset in the first round by any of those 3 teams. Well, maybe not the Grizzlies, but by the Pelicans or the Raptors. I could see the Lakers getting upset by any of them. Miami, Boston. Oh, King's got Miami and Boston. Okay. I see you, King. I see you, bro. Keep smashing out like me. Got both LA teams out round 1. Wow, darkness. What I'm just saying is a good chance we see the return of a rivalry of the Lakers Celtics. So QC's got a good question. He says, let's hear the biggest hot take you got for the playoffs, whether it's a matchup or individual performance. What is a big hot take that you got, Josh?
In my scenario,
Yeah.
matchup wise, Blazers are going to give the Lakers the best matchup, the toughest matchup until they reach the conference finals. And the Blazers have an opportunity to upset the Lakers. If my scenario plays out and the Blazers play the Lakers, I feel like halfway through that series, a lot of people are going to be like, bro, these Portland Trail Blazers can knock out these Lakers here in this bubble, right? Where I feel like anything can happen. We've never been in this situation before. The Blazers make the playoffs and they face the Lakers. I feel like there's going to be a legitimate fucking chance that they can knock out the Lakers. There's going to be that feeling if my scenario plays out.
All right. Isaiah says he's got Lakers, Celtics. We're about to announce our finals matchups right freaking now. All right, Josh. Let's start with the Eastern Conference Finals. Who do you have winning and going to the NBA Finals out of the Eastern Conference?
Out of the Eastern Conference, I have the Boston Celtics versus the Milwaukee Bucks. We both do.
Yep.
This is going to be absolutely tough, man. This is where Boston's really going to have to show up. What are they truly made of? This team has been in the works, has been built up for quite a bit of time, man. I'm going to say Boston goes to the finals.
And how many games?
Boston goes in 7 games.
All right.
Boston Celtics go to the NBA Finals.
And Josh,
yes.
I 100% agree with you. I got
what?
Boston in 7 as well.
No shit.
Yes, I think Boston is the
most. Milwaukee fucking bust out again.
Yes, both of us have the Celtics in 7. I just like their roster, man. Hayward, Tatum, Kemba, Smart. Those, like you were saying, those dudes can put up 20 points at any time. I just think they're going to be too much. I mean, the Bucks are going to have to rely on Giannis and Middleton a lot. See about Bledsoe. But I don't know. I just have this feeling the Celtics are going to make it back to the NBA Finals for the first time since they lost to the Lakers in 2010.
Yeah, I mean, I remember last year, Milwaukee, they died. They died by the 3, man. They really did. And unless all their guys are doing their fucking part, they can fucking lose to a really good team, especially Boston Celtics. But Boston, very fucking disciplined team. Like I said, a top 5 offensive and defensive team. This is a 7-game series. And as of right now, give me Boston. Give me the younger squad.
Oh, yeah, man, I agree. Let's see what people in the chat say. You've got Celtics at 7. Celtics at 7. Wow. Everybody in the chat all say 7, but Steph Delwise has got Bucks in 7. So, wow. Everybody in the chat, they said this is the scenario. They do agree with us. What's up, Wild? How's it going, bro? How's it going, man? All right, so there you go. Have it. Me. Hey, Coach Plays. What's up, bro? How's it going, my man? Hope to see you back now that sports is back as well, bro. If you guys haven't already, go check out Coach Plays. I don't know why I have you unmodded. I went through on mods. I must accidentally mod you. Everybody in the chat, you guys have not subbed to Coach Plays yet. Mods, !Coach to hit his link. Go him up. He'll be back, I'm sure, when sports are back as well. All right, Josh. We are now going to go over to the Western Conference, where we both got the Lakers and the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. And ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, I got the Los Angeles Clippers beating the Lakers in 7 games as well to go on to the NBA Finals. I think Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are going to outshine KD, AD, and LeBron, and the Clippers will be going to the NBA Finals.
So you're telling me that the Clippers that just put this team together, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, the Claw, team that just got put together this past season.
Yes,
You're
sir.
telling me they're going to take out the Lakers.
Yes, sir.
They're going to take out LeBron James, Anthony Davis,
Yes, sir.
and the absurd great talent in Caldwell Pope, that phenomenal talent over there, and Javal McGee and Danny Green, who's 117 years old this coming up Sunday, Alex Caruso. You're telling me they're going to take out the Los Angeles Lakers? I
Hell
mean, they're going to
yes.
lose the Los Angeles Lakers? Or they're going to beat them,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
I absolutely agree with you.
Yes.
I absolutely agree with you. I've been saying this. Sean also has been saying this since we first talked about the NBA prior going to the NBA season starting. We were saying that the Clippers are going all the way. And I'm sticking to that. I'm sticking to them going all the way to the NBA Finals out of the Western Conference. They are a better, deeper team than the Los Angeles Lakers. Clippers, you got Patrick Bev, you got Paul George in the backcourt, Kawhi on the wing. By the way, Kawhi Leonard has been one of the better, if not the best players in the NBA since what, 2014, 2015 in guarding LeBron James.
Yep.
He's great at it. We've seen him do it time and time after again. So Kawhi Leonard can guard LeBron James. He can stick on that man. And Zubats in the back, in the front court, and then Montrezl Harrell. Hopefully he comes back. I know he had a family emergency. He had to leave the bubble too. But Lou Williams coming off the bench, Landry Shamet, JaMychal Green, Reggie Jackson. They got too deep of a team. They got too much defense. The Clippers beat the Lakers.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say in 6 games.
Ooh,
it's not even going to go to 7.
6.
It's not even going to go to 7. Give me the Clips in 6
Nice.
in the Western Conference Finals.
Coach Brace says Lakers vs. Clippers sounds like a series we all need. Oh, hell yeah, man. There is so many good matchups we can get out of this NBA restart. It's not even funny. I cannot wait. Obviously, baseball, me and Sir Cardinal will be streaming some baseball starting tomorrow. But a week from Thursday, when Sir Cardinal, myself, Josh and Sean, potentially Coach Plates, everybody else going to be back to streaming basketball. We're going to have some fucking great matchups after these 8 games are over. And it's going to be great. Josh, you've seen a lot of basketball, and you should know the Clippers history is mofo.
The Clippers history. So Mofo wants to bring up the Clippers curse. But here's why the Clippers curse is not going to happen this time. At least I believe. Kawhi Leonard. The claw is too much for the curse. Give me the claw over the curse. All right? Claw over the curse.
Claw.
And this man is going to the NBA Finals again.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. Kawhi ended the Toronto curse. Exactly, PJ.
PJ just brought up a fucking great point. Kawhi ended the Toronto curse.
Yes,
let's fucking go, PJ. Absolutely. Keep speaking those facts.
Absolutely. There you go. Lakers 7. Just remind LeBron and AG won't forget that disrespectful tweet from Patrick Peterson. Doesn't matter. Tweet doesn't matter.
Iverson says Paul George chokes in the playoffs, though. But here's this, Iverson. It's not all on Paul George's fucking shoulders. It's not. Yep. It's not his team. It's the Claws team. All right? Yep. They got a fucking great roster. Lou Williams coming off the bench. It ain't on Paul George. He's not the man over there. Don't get it twisted, though. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. He can take a second seat back. Isaiah says he clipped this. So when the Lakers, please clip this. Because guess what? We're going to call you out when the Clippers beat the Lakers and they go on to the conference, to the NBA Finals, Isaiah.
You know, Mofo, if the curse hits again and the Clippers choke in the playoffs, I'll be the first to admit it. I'll be the first to say you were right and I was wrong.
Ah, fuck. God damn it, Josh.
Fuck. Hell of a series, though. Battle of LA, baby.
Coach Play says that Kawhi went to the Browns. He couldn't end their curse. Facts. Facts, bro. Kawhi. Paul George is overheated in the playoffs. He hasn't been that bad as a whole. Yeah, exactly. All right, Josh. So here we go, bro. Me and you both have a Celtics Clippers NBA Finals.
You know,
What a series that would be.
that would be crazy. You're talking about LA versus Boston, and it's not the
Not the
Lakers.
Lakers. Yeah,
That's hilarious. That's great.
absolutely.
That tells me the league is healthy. I love
Absolutely.
it. I love it.
All right. So here we go, guys. I'm going to start this off. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 NBA champions will be the Los Angeles Clippers in 6 games. I think Kawhi Leonard is going to go in the NBA Finals even with the talent the Celtics have. I think the Clippers have good enough defense with both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Beverley, who could kind of play defense, will be able to stop the Celtics. To stop the Celtics and the Los Angeles Clippers for, I believe, the first time in franchise history will be your NBA champions.
The Los Angeles Clippers will be the NBA champions in my bracket. And you know what? The Boston Celtics are going to give them a great series.
Absolutely.
I think they're one of the best teams overall going into the playoffs that can give the Clippers a great series. One of the few teams because of how deep they are, because of their defensive ability and their offensive ability. They're one of the few teams that are one of the top 5 in offense and defense. I'm going to keep repeating that shit until y'all fucking get it through your goddamn heads how good fucking Boston is this year. That's how good they are. They're going to give the LA Clippers a great series, but the Clippers are going to win. And they're going to win in 6-7 games. And, you know, QC wanted a fucking hot take. You know what? Here's a hot take, maybe. And we'll see how it goes. But I wouldn't be surprised if the team that gave the fucking toughest matchup to the Clippers in the Western Conference was the Dallas fucking Mavericks.
Okay.
Not even the Lakers. I would say that'd be a fucking hot take, right?
Yes,
I would not. I mean, let me repeat that because maybe some people didn't fucking hear me back there. I would say that the Dallas Mavericks, don't be surprised if they give them the toughest matchup in the Western Conference of any team, including the Lakers.
Ooh. Damn. There you go, QC.
But the Clippers are going to be the champs. They're
Yes,
going to, and I say that because the Clippers are going to get better as they roll along the playoffs. I could see them struggling out the gate, and the Mavericks are a good fucking young squad. Luka Doncic is a goddamn killer if I've ever seen one. And I could see them giving a little fucking bit of a, you know, a little bit of a fucking matchup in the first round. Mm-hmm. And the Clippers, as they progress, they're going to get better and better. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Mavericks given the best competition in the Western Conference in the first round.
All right, Just. Like it. Spicy. All right. So, Just, who is going to be your finals MVP?
Finals MVP? Come on. It's going to be the Clown. It's going to be the Clown.
Can I say a spicy take here?
Give it to me, spice it, Rocha.
Why don't I say Paul George wins Finals MVP over the
Paul George?
Yes, the Celtics will put a lot of pressure on Kawhi, leaving Paul George open more times than Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George instead of Kawhi Leonard, which would make LeBron fans happy because that means Kawhi is not the first person to win a Finals MVP with 3 different teams. Paul George wins Finals MVP for the Los Angeles Clippers. How about that for a spicy take, QC?
You know what, Rocha? There's some prop bets you could probably place that on.
Absolutely.
And win some money. Paul George win the Finals MVP. It's going to be the Claw. It's going to be the Claw. And when the Clippers win the NBA Finals, Kawhi Leonard would have won it with 3 different teams. He would have won it with the small market San Antonio Spurs. He would have won it with the Toronto Raptors, who were fucking cursed. He won one with them, and then he went to LA and he broke their fucking curse and wins the championship. And Kawhi Leonard, with a lot more basketball left in him, years remaining in him, is one of the greatest players to ever step on the fucking court.
But now, guys, I'm just saying this is a hard take. Honestly, being realistic, Kawhi Leonard, they're in the finals. They win it. He's gonna be MVP. And he's going to shut up Laker fans. And all we're going to hear, and I'm calling out a couple Laker fans in the chat, is about Kawhi Leonard, not LeBron, being the first player ever to win 3 with the same team. I honestly hope that happens so it can shut up Laker fans.
Iverson brings up this point that I think a lot of people are going to try to bring up once once the finals is over and the season's over. There's going to be a lot of people taking to social media and saying whoever wins an NBA title should have an asterisk next to it. I don't give a fuck if it's the Lakers, the Clippers, the Celtics, the Dallas Mavericks, the Blazers, whoever. No one who wins this NBA title should deserve a asterisk next to it.
Agreed.
Fuck that. I am not in that camp that believes an asterisk next to an NBA title. We didn't put one in 99 when it was a shortened season, when it was the San Antonio Spurs, they won it,
True.
versus the New York Knicks. And I watched every fucking game of that goddamn series. No one fucking put an asterisk next to that shortened season. And I know this scenario is something that we have never seen ever before in our lives. This is brand new territory, folks. And still, I'm not going to put an asterisk next to any fucking team who wins this shit because all teams got fucked.
Absolutely.
COVID fucked everybody the same goddamn way. No one took it in easy.
Absolutely.
Everyone took it hard. And everyone's in this bubble the same fucking boat. And whoever wins the goddamn NBA title deserves my respect.
Absolutely.
And should deserve y'all's too.
Honestly, you could say these finals, and this goes for hockey too here in a little bit, this is harder than a regular season because you're taking 4 months off in between. You're just stopping your season right away. You're taking 4 months off and having to go and restart with only having about 2 weeks worth of games. This is harder than a regular, just standard postseason. It really is.
I completely agree. King PJ says the same thing in the chat as well. He says this could be one of the toughest, to be honest. They go from 3 months off to the postseason, pretty much. I mean, there's only 8 games remaining, right? Mm-hmm. So I completely agree with you, PJ. This is tough on everyone entering the bubble right now.
Absolutely.
So don't give me no asterisk bullshit.
Yep. Yeah. And I knew Mofo was saying if the Lakers win the title, please let it be AD. We all know Mofo does not like LeBron. Bears fan with a hot take. He says, hot take, if Kawhi Leonard wins finals MVP, he'll be the second best player of all time.
Wait, who? Say that again?
Bears fan 15 says, if Kawhi Leonard wins finals and finals MVP, he'll be the second best player of all time.
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Yeah.
I'd be close to saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be pretty close. There'd be an argument to be made. But like I said, there's still a whole lot of basketball left in Kawhi's years.
Absolutely.
You know, LeBron James right now, you could argue he's the second best player ever.
Yep.
There's also an argument for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, right?
Yep.
Now, Kawhi Leonard, he pulls this off again this year, considering everything that's been going on. And he wins a couple of more NBA championships and a couple of more MVPs in the finals and another regular season MVP, then maybe we could have that discussion. But it's still, even all of what he has already accomplished so far, and it's a lot, it's still too early to tell.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Yeah. I can't see that right now. But, hey, who knows? Maybe this dude wins a couple, like Josh was saying, wins a couple more MVPs, wins a couple more titles. He definitely could be up there for the discussion. I mean, this dude's just crazy, man.
Now, Iverson brings up this point. If the Lakers win the title, you do know that's going to be the most emotional title in NBA history possibly. Okay. And you know what? Absolutely. Iverson, Rocha, I don't know if you agree, but I might be right there with you. Yeah, I might be right there with you. That probably will be the most emotional NBA title ever because of what happened in this fucked up year with the death of Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace to the Black fucking Mamba. Absolutely. If the Lakers win this title, they're winning it for Kobe. It's going to be for fucking Kobe Bryant.
Look at that. I got goosebumps just thinking of that. This is the 1 year, and I'll say this one time, I don't mind the Lakers winning an NBA championship. For Kobe. Yes. Well, and then the fact that I would have, me being a Warriors fan, I would have them win the Rockets. But, right. Absolutely, man. I might even shed a tear a little bit if they win for Kobe,
Right.
man.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, you don't have to be a Lakers fan. Now, Lakers fans especially, Mofo, all those Laker fans, their whole lives, they bleed that gold and purple. Oh, they're going to be shedding tears.
Absolutely.
But NBA, if you're a fan of the game itself, you know the game.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the case for a whole lot of us outside of Laker fandomhood,
Absolutely.
that we are going to shed a fucking tear for the Lakers if they were to win a championship because they're going to do it for Kobe Bryant.
Absolutely, man. That's why I said I'd love, well, I wouldn't love, but it would be great. The Lakers won for Kobe, man. And I already know you saw LeBron, tear up after he beat us with Cleveland. Oh, LeBron would tear up, and that's what's probably gonna hit me seeing, LeBron win, him tear up, and do it for Kobe, man. Absolutely, you're
He was so
100%
close
right on
to
that,
it,
Iverson.
man. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Rocha, what about the Warriors? What about the Warriors, Arturo? What about them? Someone
Hey,
sums up this. I might
hey,
forget. If the Lakers win, I want to get a Kobe tattoo. There you go, Isaiah.
there you go, Isaiah. I know you're a Laker fan. Go ahead and do that, man. But your Warriors, though, real quick, though,
Mm-hmm.
what I say prior to the the season starting, I said the Golden State Warriors, their dynasty hasn't been ended. It's not over. It's just on pause, man.
On
You guys
pause.
are gonna bounce back, and you guys are gonna probably have the number one overall pick going into this draft.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, it's not over, guys. And I know a lot of you say that as well. Y'all smart enough to know it isn't over. We're gonna be back next year. Now, whether it be a top seed or not, we'll see. I mean, you still got the Lakers and the Clippers. You still got the Mavericks up and coming team. The West. Oh my God! If you think the West was good this year, wait till next year when Portland tries to get fully healthy. When the Warriors are fully healthy, it most likely will be a shortened season, so we can restart back everything normal. Next year with the Warriors, if they're back, the Western Conference is going to be crazy good. It's gonna be fun, man.
Um, Yeah, it's gonna be fucking great, man. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic. And you know what? Right now, let's see. We have how many likes on the stream? We have 44 likes. We have 48 people watching. 4 more likes, and we have a 100% ratio right here.
Hell
Watch to
yeah.
likes. Let's go. Let's do it, guys.
The West next year, teams 1 through 8 can have a legitimate argument to win the title, dude. I mean, like Josh said, even the East is up and coming. You got some young squads there, man. Next year,
Absolutely.
it's gonna be even. Next year's season could be even
It's
better than this year's
it's gonna
season.
Rocha, it's going to be a dogfight next year. Miami Heat,
Absolutely.
they're going to be a better team. The 76ers are still going to be right there. The Boston Celtics are still getting there, getting better and better, man, with some of their young talent. Jason Tatum is a stud in this league. The Indiana Pacers, they'll be back next year. They'll be at a full squad, fully healthy, full season. Oladipo, Sabonis, Brogdon, all those fucking guys. Toronto Raptors, a lot of people thought that the Toronto Raptors were going to die off when Kawhi left. They were done. They were dead in the water. But no, they're one of the best teams in the NBA. Magic still building something over there, and then you got Brooklyn Nets.
Yes.
The Brooklyn Nets right now are a laughing stock, but going into next year, they're not going to be. They could be a top 5 talented team in the NBA.
Yes, they have a legitimate title next year. Kyrie Irving stays healthy. KD bounces back. You got DJ. You got Chris LeVert, Joe Harris. You got Jared Allen. Dude, the Nets are going to be scary fucking good next year.
Superstars with a great supporting cast.
Yes.
Will make the playoffs and make a whole lot of noise in the league. And then you got the Western Conference. You got the Dallas Mavericks who are on the rise. Let the Dallas Mavericks get one more legit shooter outside of Luka Doncic to go with KP. That's going to be a scary team, man. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they're a good team. As Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gives them a bright future. Denver Nuggets, Jazz, the Rockets, Blazers are going to be back next year. You're telling me the Blazers can't be a top 5 seed next year in the Western Conference? You out of your fucking mind. Fully healthy, they can be.
Yeah, man. Oh, my God. This gets me all hyped for next season, even though it's not going to happen until around December. But still, man, I can't wait for next season. Sad to see the Spurs finally have to rebuild. Potentially, yeah, Rob. Potentially.
Spurs got some good young talent over there. And also the Phoenix Suns.
Uh-huh.
2 years ago, going into the season, I said, "Hey, man, that Phoenix Suns, they're building something over there pretty nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
They've been having some pretty nice drafts. They got some good talent over there, and just keep building upon that. Eventually, they're going to be making some noise. They got a coach right now that can do some good things with them. The Phoenix Suns, all they got to do is just put it together. They got
Yep.
great talent over there.
Wild says, as a Knicks fan, I want to see an East that is dominant game. Bulls, Bucks, Celtics, Heat. What about you, Bulls, Josh? What do you think about them going into next year?
Chicago Bulls are stepping in the right direction, changing out their GM and VP of basketball operations. Now, the only thing of concern right now for the Chicago Bulls is their head coaching position with Jim Boylan. For some reason, we still haven't fired him yet. And to be completely honest with you guys, the Bulls situation, it's going to continue to worry me until I see that clown get fired and join the circus. Go back to the fucking circus, Jim Boylan, because you're not it. And to people who would say, well, there's some Bulls players who speak highly of Jim Boylan. They're just being fucking professional, all right? That's all it is. He's a clown of a fucking head coach. He completely regressed Laurie this past season. Kobe White has been fantastic. I mean, come on, a quarter into the season, anybody who's been paying attention to basketball, especially Bulls fans, have been saying, "Hey, why the fuck isn't Kobe White starting?
Yeah.
Why aren't you just starting Kobe White to go along with Zach LaVine and just have and build on that deadly combo right there?" Kobe White was absolutely going off before COVID fucked everything up. So I am optimistic about the Chicago Bulls' future as long as we get rid of Jim Boylan, because he's the only thing right now that worries me in my mind to hold us back as far as reaching our potential.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm excited for the Bulls. They definitely got a bright future. Percent chance the Knicks hired Thibodeau. It's looking like it, Rob. It's looking like it. We'll see what happens there.
Tom Thibodeau, if he gets hired over there in the New York Knicks, he's got a lot to rebuild as far as being. Because remember, back when he took that head coaching job for the Chicago Bulls, after being an assistant over there at the Boston Celtics, and he won a championship under Doc Rivers on his coaching staff, Thibodeau had all this promise, right? And he showed quite a bit of that with the Chicago Bulls until he fucked things up. He would play too much of the starters late in games, and he would not have that trust in some of the younger players. Well, if he becomes the head coach of the New York Knicks, that's something. If I'm a Knicks fan, I'm concerned about that because there's a lot of young, up-and-coming talent in the New York Knicks. There's a lot of things that you got to build upon. And Tom Thibodeau has not been that guy who's been really confident in some of the younger talent. So I don't know if it's going to work out with Tom Thibodeau, but he needs to change his fucking philosophy on coaching because the Knicks, I want to see them be good. Because I think it's healthy for the NBA. If we see the Knicks be good along with the Chicago Bulls being relevant, Miami Heat's already relevant. They're fucking great, man. They got a bright future. But imagine an NBA where you have all the major markets be relevant. I'm talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm talking about the Clippers as well. The Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks, the Bulls, the Miami Heat, the Dallas Mavericks, the Houston Rockets. The NBA has never, and I repeat, never had all of their major markets or most of their major markets be absolutely relevant and watchable. That's never happened in the league before. But we are close to that point. We're closer than we ever have been, and the NBA is going to be a better product for it.
Hell yeah. That's just like football, man. Imagine if we get a year when the Green Bay Packers, the Dallas Cowboys, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the San Francisco 49ers, the New England Patriots, if they're all good. It's the exact same situation. These big market teams are all good at the same time. And there you go. The Bears. They're all good at the same time, whether it's NBA, whether it's NFL, NHL, MLB. It's always great and better for the sport. QC says, what about Doug Dimmadome? Oh my God, QC. What's up, Blackwater? Yeah, I bet. You guys don't know today, did you see this news about Mookie Betts?
What happened, Mookie?
The Dodgers signed Mookie Betts to a 12-year, $385 or $365 million extension today.
God damn, he got paid.
Yeah. I was not expecting that. I thought for sure Mookie Betts would hit free agency this year. That sucks, but we'll see what happens with the Dodgers in the future. They still got to pay Walker Buehler. They still got to pay Cody Bellinger.
Now, Rocha, I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay.
Are you confident right now in giving your predictions for the awards for the NBA, or do you want to see these last 8 games play out?
They actually stopped. These 8 games don't count towards the awards.
All right. So, do you know who you think will win,
Let's see if I can.
or do you want to do that for another time?
Let's do that for another time.
Okay.
I would have to think about that. Like, I know my MVP, I know my Defensive Player of the Year, but I got to think of Head Coach of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved. Those are really the ones that I have to think about. I was hearing Mariner fans were confident about getting Mookie. Mariners? They wouldn't have the money for him. They would not have the money for him. All right, give me a second. Let me text somebody here real quick.
Oh, by the way, speaking on baseball, the Cubs will win the Central. Fuck the goddamn Cincinnati Reds. I got a bet with one Benjamin Money. I'm gonna whoop his ass in that bet. I'm gonna take me another jersey. It's a jersey bet, by the way, and I'm gonna take that fucking jersey. And the Cubs will be better than the Reds in the Central. I just want to put that out there.
Sorry, Josh. The Reds are one of the best teams in the league, man. Reds are winning that division.
By the way, don't call him Benjamin. He doesn't like that. He does not like that.
What's up, Fry? And again, guys, I will be doing this guy's. This guy's. I think I'm pointing the right way. Let me see. This guy's. Cubs and Brewers at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific this Saturday. It was always great to do a Cubs and Brewers game. I'm sorry, Josh.
I wish I could watch it, man. Hell, I wish I could fucking do it with you. I know I'm not, we don't do many MLB streams or whatever, but when it involves my Cubs, I'm interested. But, hey, man, I got to get sleep, man, for that night. I got to get some sleep, bro.
Nah, that's all good, bro. Madison says go Giants. Hell yeah. But I'm sorry, Josh, but B-Money got you a jersey for the last year's draft. You're going to have to own him a jersey for this year.
The fucking Reds are bums. Say it with me. They're bums. Nah. They have finished in the basement of the NL Central for what the past 10 years. What, 7 times? And they're like, fuck that. Fuck the Reds. They're gonna fuck it up, man. They're the goddamn Cincinnati Reds. They belong in the fucking basement. That's where they belong. They're not better than the Chicago Cubs.
Damn, QC says fuck the Cubs.
Man, fuck off. Fuck the Cubs. Shit.
Oh man, Coral Sports says can't wait for the Nationals to take the W. Yes, guys, tomorrow. If you guys don't know, most of you guys do. I will be live at 3:50 p.m. Pacific for Nationals and Nationals and Yankees opening day 2020, and then we'll be over on SirCardinal's channel for Dodgers and Los Gigantes, baby. Giants baseball's back. We're going to be fucking shit, but I'm glad to be watching the Giants again.
All right, so you're about to do these NHL predictions, right?
Yes, sir.
For the playoffs with SirCardinal and Hot Take Hockey.
Yes, sir.
And my Blackhawks are in the first round against SirCardinal's team, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I better hear you fucking say, or somebody say, the Blackhawks are going to beat those bums. The Blackhawks are going all the way, baby. Let's go. I don't fall fucking. I'm just talking on my ass. Well, let's go Blackhawks. Let's go Blackhawks.
Rangers are going to win the cup. I don't know about that, Toto. Reds are going to have a great season this year. Hey, see, Bobby, thank you. I agree. Thank you, Bobby. See, Josh, even Bobby knows.
What did Bobby say? I don't even see Bobby. Hold on. Where's Bobby? Bobby.
He said,
what did Bobby say?
He said Reds are going to have a great season this year.
Bobby, let me tell you something, Bobby. All right? Okay? All right. Hey, you ever seen King of Queens? All right. You remember that episode where the Cubs beat the Reds? That's going to happen again. The Cubs are going to beat the Reds. All right? The Cubs are going to beat the Reds. They're going to be better than them. Come on. I'm going to get me a jersey. Only thing I got to worry about is what jersey I want and what color. That's it.
Blackhawks should lose to try to get the #1 pick. True. Blackhawks will lose to the Oilers. I'm not going to spoil my prediction right now, but yeah, Blackhawks are different breed in the playoffs, but this is a different team. I mean, you still got Kane and Taves, But this is a different team. This isn't their prime teams back in the early 2010s.
Bobby says, Josh, you're dreaming. Hey, man. Hey, man, I can fucking dream, right? Okay?
Dream on.
Since if I live in a world where the Cincinnati Reds are better than fucking anybody in this NL Central, I gotta send me to the moon, all right? Send me with Philly 500. Let's go to the fucking moon because I'll be goddamned if the Reds are ever going to win the NL Central. Jesus fucking Christ.
Shouldn't 3M should be a Warriors fan anyway? I don't know. I want the Chicago lose for laughing ears in the chat says I want the first. See, that's the thing, Josh. You guys lose to the Oilers. You have a chance at the best prospect in the draft.
Okay. Okay. So if we lose to the Oilers, we have a chance at the best. That's so weird.
So what happened was with this restart.
That's so odd.
The play-in team, which had the worst odds to get the number one pick, the play-in teams got the number one pick. So that's any of the teams that are playing in these first round of the playoffs.
Fucking win-win situation for us. If we beat the Oilers, we're the underdogs, correct?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
We're the fucking underdogs, and Chicago comes out on top if we beat the Oilers. Now, let's say we don't fucking beat the Oilers, right? And we lose, then we have a shot at the top prospect in the National Hockey League.
Yep.
We don't fucking lose, man. We're good. What do we have to lose? If we fucking lose in the playoffs, then we get a goddamn beast. All right?
All right, hold up.
But
SirCardinalTV, do you want to get on here early and talk to Josh about this Oilers Blackhawks series?
Get his ass on here. I need to know what the hell's going on. What's going on?
Hop on Skype, bro. We'll get you in this call.
You get him on here. I'm going to be right back. All right? And when I get back, I better have 50 likes on this fucking stream.
Yes.
Or I'm going up. I'm going to start talking about all the goddamn King and Queen episodes. I don't give a fuck.
Josh is also dreaming about having made. Oh, that's tough, Isaiah. Josh, but if the Blackhawks lose, it'll go to the number one pick. Yeah, that's tough. Don't remind me the Kings should have the number one pick. Aw, that's too bad, mofo. You're going to get a good player anyway. Schnitzel, whatever the fuck his name is. Or, I don't know, the other person. All right, guys. Let's get SirCardinalTV on here. We're going to add him to this call. All right, adding SirCardinal to the call. So we are currently calling. We're calling you up, SirCardinal. Calling you up, bro. The German assassin Stitzel. Yes, there you go. There you go. Sorry, but the Blackhawks drink Pepsi. Looks like Crow's not gonna play. Yikes. Well. Look who it is. It's Mr. SirCardinalTV. What up, sir?
Fixed my green screen.
1 second.
SirCardinal!
What's up?
¿Cómo estás, amigo?
Hey, what's up?
All right.
Chilling.
All right, man. Okay, you gotta break this shit down to me, okay? Yeah, I need to learn. Because I was talking on the Discord the other night with the boys, particularly JB, and they're like, Josh, man, you gotta start watching more hockey, bro. You gotta start watching more hockey. You gotta get into it, especially when it comes to the playoffs, because arguably it's the best playoffs in all of the major league sports. Right?
It's damn entertaining. That's for damn sure.
So I told him what I said was, okay, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it this year. I must figure out what hockey's all about, man. I've always only paid attention to the Blackhawks. Now it was on a rare case. I've never been really into hockey, but shit, right?
We got a hot
rating.
take hockey, Ray. What up, everybody from Hot Take Hockey's channel? What's up, guys? Welcome to the chat. We're actually Josh right here from TheSportsFury, not much of a hockey fan, but he is a Blackhawks fan. Of course, we got SirCardinal on here. SirCardinal, might have to wait till John gets on to fix the green screen. But right now we are talking about the Blackhawks and Oilers matchup. John, appreciate the raid. What's up, everybody? Make sure y'all hit that like and sub button. But what's up, guys? Appreciate the raid, John. Appreciate that. Welcome, everybody, to the chat.
What's up, everybody?
No, but what I was saying was, more than ever, I'm going to pay attention to the NHL this year when it comes back, and I'm glad it's coming back. And I've heard nothing but great things about the playoffs, and I want to experience that. So I'm going to be watching some games, especially when it comes to my Blackhawks. And in the first round, they're playing your Oilers. So I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be paying attention. I'm going to be in your streams. I'm going to be in Hot Take Hockey streams. So I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully you guys are going to, get me invested. And maybe in the future, I don't know, maybe I'm become a huge hockey fan. Who knows?
I think you will. If you gave UFC a chance, I think you definitely will give the NHL a chance.
Good point.
Monster Jams. Mash Mo, if I'm saying that name wrong pronounced. Urge, everybody, thank you so much for subbing, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining and hitting that like button. Josh, I'm asking you this now. Would you like to stay on for hockey, or are you going to head off?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to learn as much as I can. I mean, I do have some questions, so I don't know.
All right, so John, whenever you're ready, we'll get you on. We'll have all three of you on here. So John, whenever you're ready, let me know, and I'll hit you up on Skype. Maybe you can pick a different team. Ricky Rubio has coronavirus. Oh, no, that sucks. But what's up, everybody from Hot Take Hockey's channel? We're about to get Hot Take Hockey on here in a second. But what's up, everybody? How's it going? Blackhawks, I don't think are going far, says Kim. We'll see. All right, John says he'll be on in about 2 minutes. Cool. Hawks versus Oilers. Impose Oilers huge advantage. Hey, we'll see. I'm not going to spoil my pick right now, but we'll see, man. It's a party up in this bitch. Yes. Kyle, thanks for subbing, bro. Everybody. And as always, guys, just don't sub up myself. These two gentlemen here on your screen. Go sub them up. Josh, a.k.a. Mr. Love Fury, and Sean from TheSportsFury. They are great dudes. They are the ones who are this community. They are my inspiration for YouTube, along with Sir Cardinal and John. And also SirCardinalTV. So Josh and Sean do basketball. Fortunately, they don't do baseball. Basketball, mostly basketball and football. They do a bunch of mock drafts and hangout streams. So go sub them up. Of course, Sir over here does everything. Hockey, baseball, basketball, football, tennis, golf. So guys, make sure you go sub up these two guys as well. Look at Twitter. Why? What?
Yeah, you gotta look at my pin tweet. You don't have. I'm trying not to self promote too bad, but I got a chance to win something.
Oh, really?
So, Sir Cardo, you get 700?
700 retweets.
Okay.
I get a chance to win a jersey of my choice from the Jersey Crate people.
Ooh, okay.
So
Everybody,
I have a chance.
Sir Cardinal's Twitter is @SirCardinal. Go follow him and retweet his pin tweet. I am doing it right now.
I've already done it. Let's go.
1 week.
I
got 1 week.
Today?
Yeah, 1 week today.
Guys,
okay.
Right here. Go follow Sir Cardinal on Twitter and go retweet his tweet. He's got 26 retweets right now. Let's get him up there.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
If you can, it'd be awesome. I'll follow back if anyone new follows back. I'll follow back as soon as I can.
But I'm golfing tomorrow night, Salty Leafs fan. Sharks will be back in January. Don't worry. Hey, let's hope, man. I'm a huge Sharks fan. If you don't already, let's hope, bro. Let's see who does baseball. Me and Sir Cardinal do.
All right.
Back tomorrow will be doing a doubleheader.
So I'm gonna stick around for just this Oilers and Blackhawks breakdown. I got some questions, got some concerns here. I'm gonna genuinely give this a try this upcoming season for the NBA, for the NHL. I'm sorry, for the playoffs and stuff. I'm gonna give it a try. I know QC said he's gonna give it a try as well. So yeah,
if you're gonna give it a try, boys. All the gentlemen in this chat for hockey. There's a tradition in hockey during playoff time. You cannot shave. So we might want to do this all together.
You cannot shave.
You do not shave.
My team's not in, but I'm down.
Now,
so we got to start growing facial hair.
Let me ask this question real quick. Now, the NHL, when it comes back, is it going to be like the NBA where there's like some games remaining in the regular season to determine the playoff seeding?
No, it's going right to the playoffs. Right into the playoffs.
All right. Okay. And how long does it typically take for the NBA, for the NHL playoffs to go all the way through?
It's the same as the NBA, about 2 months.
Same as the NBA? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Like last year, the Stanley Cup was awarded the one night, and then the very next night, the NBA championship was crowned. So it was very close. NHL starts a little bit earlier than the NBA, but they wrap up around the same time.
What's up?
I could do Yeah.
What up, Hot Take Hockey?
And yes,
That's good, guys.
Kim, you definitely have to do the beer too. Just saying, okay?
All right, guys. So give
Yeah.
me a second here.
What's up, Hot Take?
Why do I get
Yo, what's up, Cardinal? What's up, Josh?
What up? What up,
You
John?
guys? Holy, sorry. Yeah, I wanted to time it right where I got everyone from my stream into here, so
You did
guess I
it
made it right on time.
You did it perfectly.
All right, so
Oh, yeah.
Soprano, right now they're gonna just see your background until Josh leaves.
I don't know what y'all are drinking, but cheers, boys.
I'm just drinking soda. Sorry, guys, if that don't drink soda. My bad, but I'm drinking soda.
All right,
Well, I'll be right back. Give me a sec.
What's up, Steph? Deal rides?
so there we go. Performance mode. All right, there you go, guys. You should now be able to see Josh, John, and SirCardinalTV.
Can't like hit Alt and close it down to make that.
Not with John, because my boxes have you two on top and John on the bottom.
Because this looks awful. I hate looking at myself.
Yeah, it's all right. But what's up, John? So, guys, if you do not know what this is Hot Take Hockey. This is the first time, besides Discord calls, that he is on the channel.
Yeah.
So, Hot Take Hockey, what's up, man?
Hey, man, I'm good. I appreciate it. I hope some of the people I brought in subbed. I always see familiar names on your channel. So, hey, nah, Josh, what do you mean? I should be bowing down to the Kings.
Right?
Come
the
on.
Kings, right? You're like the big oak tree, and we're just branches off your olive branch.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, you guys know what you are. You guys are fucking awesome, man. Love you
I
guys.
appreciate it.
Right back at you.
Oh, yeah.
All
Cheers.
right, so, the reason why we have John, a.k.a. Hot Take Hockey, and SirCardinalTV on here is the breakdown, which actually I got to pop up now real quick, so you guys won't see them for a second. We're going to pop this up. Where is it? Right here. So, as you guys can see, right above them, is the 2020 NHL Playoffs Restart Bracket. I'm sorry if it's small. It's the biggest I can get it right now. That is the 2020 Playoff Restart Bracket. And that's what we're here to talk about now. We did our NBA predictions. Real quick, though, John. So me and Josh both got the Celtics. We got the Clippers, and the Clippers winning. What about you? What do you have in the finals this year for NBA, real quick?
Ooh, NBA. Yeah, I think, I'm not going to be biased here. I think the Clippers, it's one of those things like, I think Cardinal said it today. Like, we saw Kawhi with load management, like what he could do with the Raptors. And this guy has like 4 months of rest going in.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say the Clippers, obviously for the sake of like, rest in peace, Kobe. Like, I think the Lakers are going to have some kind of, obviously, like different kind of intention here with the playoffs. Obviously with what happened with the Lakers and how much they were invested with Kobe. So I think no doubt I'm pretty confident it's going to be Lakers or Clippers. For the East, I know a lot of people are saying the Celtics. I just think if people want to say the Celtics, I think the Raptors could do something again. I rely on the Raptors for me more than the Celtics. So for me, if it's not going to be the Raptors, I would go Bucks. So I'll go Bucks Clippers final.
All right. And who you got winning that?
I'll go Bucks.
Oh, all right.
Stay in the East. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Sir Connor? What would be your finals predictions?
Well, I love Toronto, but I'm not going to be a homer. I have them losing in the Eastern Conference Final to the Bucks.
Okay.
But just to clarify from last year, we didn't have OG Anunoby last year, and he's back this year, and he's a great defender. So I think that's why they need that defense. They got depth. They got one of the best depth teams in all of the NBA. So I think they can push to get to the Eastern Conference Final. But however, I got the Bucks winning against the Raptors in 7, and then they'll be taking on the Clippers in the West, and the Clippers will win the NBA championship.
Oh, all right. So there you go. So we just quickly wanted to get these guys' predictions. All right. So without further ado, I know all you Hot Take Hockey fans here are for the predictions. So this could be a little tricky for me because, like, I'm so confused on, like, how the bracket's going to go. But let's go ahead and start with predicting these play-in games. These are the easiest to predict, obviously, because we know what they are. So let's start talking about this Oilers and Blackhawks series. So, Sir Carno and John, you guys can go ahead, break down this series.
By the way, I want to say real quick, this is going to be the first year, John, and Sir Cardinal, I was already telling him. But John, this is gonna be the first time I'm going to legitimately give a try for the NHL. I have rarely ever watched the NHL. I've only attended one game before. I'm a Blackhawks fan. That's the team that I would root for. But this year, I'm really gonna give it a good try, and I'm going to be watching you, Hot Take Hockey. I'm going to be watching you, Sir Cardinal, throughout this playoff run. So I'm really interested. I'm excited. Just want to say that.
I'll give you, so Josh is getting into it. So, Josh, I'll give you quickly just a breakdown of the situation with their Hawks right now, because Corey Crawford is the goalie that has won with the Hawks a Stanley Cup. Right. And the problem is right now, he's older now. He's in his late 30s. He's injury prone. And right now in the NHL, it doesn't matter if it's an injury or coronavirus. They've been a lot more kind of anonymous with their players getting coronavirus. So whenever a player can't play, regardless of what it is, injury, coronavirus, anything, they just get deemed unfit to play. So as of recently, not only Crawford has been unfit to play, he has been trying to, I think, get back into training. Now the captain, Jonathan Taves, has been recently unfit to play. We don't know what it is. Apparently he was trying to train, but so that's obviously a concern for the Blackhawks, where they're already a team going into this series as the underdogs against the Oilers, who finished second in the Pacific Division. So, yeah, I mean, I think the Blackhawks have a chance, but I just wanted to say that quickly to you.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
okay.
There's a rumor going around that Taves apparently didn't like the return to play.
Wow.
There's a
rumor going around.
Damn.
Roger was telling me that if we lose, actually it's some incentive for us to lose in this series. We might have a shot at a really good prospect. Is that correct?
Yeah. So you'd be getting the first overall pick. It's a 12.5% chance, so it's not an insane percentage. But every team that loses in this qualifying round gets a 12.5% chance at Alexis Lafreniere, who is projected to potentially be a top 20 player in this league.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So what's your thoughts about this series, sir?
I'm looking forward to it with this possible Taves not playing. This is interesting, but I think he's still going to play anyway. I think it's going to happen.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
But it's a toss-up for me. I had this series going 5 at the beginning when I picked it, but goaltending for both teams is kind of borderline for both teams. If there's any power plays during the playoffs, like who's going to click more, 5-on-5 play is going to be very intriguing. But I have the Oilers winning in 5.
Yeah, I obviously you guys know more about me, but I also got the Oilers winning. I don't know, Blackhawks just don't seem to be all there. The talent didn't come as they thought it would, and I'm really high on the Oilers with this restart with McDavid and Draisaitl, who's obviously up there for what's the MVP called in hockey? I forget. Hart, right?
Yes.
Hart, yeah.
Yeah, the Hart Trophy. I think the Oilers will be able to handle the Blackhawks in the series.
Okay.
Yeah, McDavid had 4 months off, too, from injury, right? He tore his PCL last year. He had time to train, and this guy has looked awesome during this training session before we get going again. He's been phenomenal. So watch out for McDavid.
Yeah, and I've kind of said with the Oilers, I think this is going to benefit. Like, they're going to be one of the teams that benefit from this because they're very top-heavy. So guys like Draisaitl and McDavid, like, this is a very much-needed rest for them. And, I mean, Cardinal, I think we can figure, like, we've seen it from the Oilers in the past. Like, these guys are probably going to play 23, 24 minutes a night, which is insane for a forward, but you're probably going to get that.
Yep.
So what's your thoughts about what we said, Josh?
All right, now here's my question. Now, let's say the Blackhawks were to upset the Oilers. How could they pull that off? Is there a way of pulling that off?
Yeah, so Crawford has to be healthy, their goalie, because, and this is the other problem and a big controversy right now in Chicago, Josh, is they had another goalie that was like a legit goalie, Robin Lehner, and he would be argued to be like a top 25 goalie in the league. And they actually, because they didn't know that this whole situation was going to go down, they actually traded him before the trade deadline.
Yeah.
And now there's this whole concern that if Crawford can't play, bro, you guys look like idiots. You traded this guy that could have been the starter in the playoffs.
Wow.
They got Subban as a backup, right?
Yeah, Malcolm Subban, Colin Delia. Delia's played as a backup before. Subban's been a backup, but kind of a bust. So it's one of those things. The Blackhawks are coming in with a lot of experience. They have a lot of experience in the defense. They have a lot of experience up front. And I think they can have X factors. Brendan Saad's played in a cup final. Patty Kane has been a Conn Smythe. Like, they have the experience, but it's just a matter of, like, you're going up against, well, this year, the two best players in the league, any given year, top 5, top 10 players. So
Who are those two best players? Two of
Connor
those best
McDavid, Leon Draisaitl.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now, you guys were saying that if the Blackhawks lose this series, they have a 12% chance in drafting this top-end prospect.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about this guy, and why would he be good for us?
Yeah. I mean, he's a winger. He's French. He's Canadian, French Canadian. I don't know. He's ridiculous just all around. Like, I think, again, in any given year, if someone was to get 100 points, like, that's ridiculous for an NHL player, right? I think this guy's probably going to get 70, 80 points in his prime consistently. So I don't think he's at the McDavid, like the Sidney Crosby level. But he's at like he's at the elite tier. He's at the elite tier, not the franchise tier. Maybe he might be. We never really can predict these prospects, but I would say based on what I've seen and what I saw in World Juniors and Junior in general, I would say he's at an elite tier.
All right, and what's his name again?
Alexis Lafreniere.
Lafreniere.
Alexis, and then Lafreniere, yeah.
Lafreniere. Okay, I'm gonna look out for that guy, because you know what, the Blackhawks, man. I mean, this is a franchise that has won a whole lot, man. This is a team that has been a dynasty not too long ago, right? And I was told that the Blackhawks, you know, they kept hockey alive for a good while. I mean, with just how relevant they were and how good they were. They won three Stanley Cups in like 6 years. So if they can, you know, build upon that, you know, and come back to relevancy, and maybe, you know, keep making playoff pushes, that'd be great for me, man, because I really wanted to see about getting into hockey, man. You said, Sir Cardinal, I got into UFC, and I got into that, man, and now I'm loving it, and hopefully I can do the same thing for hockey. And I'm going to really listen to both of you guys and your broadcasts of these games, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
More so, John. He's going to do a lot more than I will, but yeah, definitely, man. Check it out. Definitely check him out for it, because great guy over there. He does great stuff, John. You're one of the best on YouTube. So
hey, I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, I mean, I love creating videos and I love doing the whole 9 yards on YouTube. But play for me, like, I think it's the same for you guys. Is like the biggest passion. Like I just absolutely love doing it. It's just, I mean, it's so hard in the actual industry to get up to that term of doing play-by-play. So the fact that you can actually do it at somewhat of a starting level here on YouTube and just do it for fun and have a good time with it is just, yeah, I love doing it.
Absolutely. You two are some of the best to fucking do it. I love watching you guys, man. But all right, we talked about the Blackhawks and Oilers. Thank you guys so much for covering that and, you know, informing me about that stuff. But all right, that's all I wanted to know. And all right, I'll be listening to you guys in the chat. So thank you, Rocha, for having me on, man.
Yeah, thank you, Josh, so much for joining.
Hey, thanks, Josh.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Cheers,
really
Josh.
Appreciate it. This was a fun stream, and yeah, we'll see you in the chat. And thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Again, guys, you Hot Take Hockey fans who are not sub up to this guy, he runs a channel with another guy named Sean. They are the best in this business. They started this whole thing. These three are my inspirations for starting my YouTube channel. So if you guys have not already, go sub up Josh. We call him the Love Fury. Go sub up Josh and Sean, the Sports Fury. You guys won't regret it.
Peace.
All right, Josh. You have a good night, bro, and see you in the
yeah, have a good night, Josh.
Two sweets, bro.
Yep.
Talk to you later, Josh.
See ya.
All right. Well.
Yeah, Roach, before we get into it, I'm on my laptop right now. I have it downloaded on the PC. I'm just going to, like, exit the call for a second. I'm going to try to call back through my PC because I'm just worried it's going to toast my battery here.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
No problem.
Whew.
I got to change my name on there. I can see my name. You son of a...
What? That's always been like that. So.
Yeah, but it's totally showing. Get rid of it.
Sir? How's your day been, man?
Good, man. Great day today, man. Those basketball games were fun today.
Yeah, I know. I saw you were doing the basketball games. But Hot Take Hockey fans, don't worry, guys. We are going to get to these predictions as soon as John hops back on. We will get to these predictions for you guys. So John will be right back. But, Sir Connor, what is the key factors to the Oilers beating the Blackhawks in this series?
They got to stay out of the penalty box, that's for sure. They took too many penalties during the regular season. They are a pretty good penalty kill team. They were a top 5 team in the league for it, but with Chicago's offense, man, with all the veterans and then with the young bucks that they have on that team, could be pretty scary. So they got to stay out of the box, but they got to compete with them. I think they can. They're younger. They're going to be more faster, but experience is always key during the playoffs for the NHL, and the Blackhawks have a ton of it.
Absolutely, man. I mean, you got Taves, you got Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champions. Crawford's won, what, 2 with them?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, 2 with them. It's definitely going to be... Go Cardinal. Man, it's going to be...
Yeah, okay.
I just found that so...
Wow, man. Laugh it up.
This is going to be a fun series, man. Like, I'm going to try to catch as much hockey as I can. Obviously, with me streaming baseball and basketball, I won't get to catch much hockey. But
yeah.
I hope your Oilers definitely do good. Obviously, I know they're in my division, but Blackhawk fans, I'm sorry. Ever since 2010 Western Conference Finals, I have not liked the Blackhawks, and I hope the Oilers win.
That should be a fun series. I can't wait to get going. And like I said earlier, before once we got going here, McDavid's had 4 months to get that knee going, and he's been looking so good. I've been hearing reports out of Edmonton about him being so much more explosive. So I am super, super pumped to get this going.
All right. What's up, John? Welcome back, bro.
I can't hear you guys. I don't know why.
What the hell?
What the heck?
Oh.
Bro, I don't know. I can't. Give me a sec.
Okay. What did Kim say? The Blackhawks are getting into the demands like the Kings, in my opinion. Yeah, they're starting to get there. I mean, their good players are getting old. So, yeah, they're going to be right where the Kings are here in a few years. Definitely, for sure.
But they have a little bit more better younger guys. They got Strome, they got Kubalik, and if that's how you say it, Kubalik. I apologize, Blackhawks fans. But then they also have DeBrincat. They got some good pieces as well. Young pieces. Kirby Doc. They have a lot of good young talent as well. So they can get Lafreniere, just saying. That team will be good back in no time. Give it 2 to 3 years if they got Lafreniere.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that'd be great for them to get Lafreniere. Absolutely. All right, let's see. All right, SirCardinal, there we go. I think we got your green screen thing taken care of now. I'll show up in a second. Sharks suck ass. Hey, fuck you, QC.
Whoa.
I hope the Coyotes get swept in the playoff playing rounds.
I got you. I got you, Rocha. I got a big take. Well, not really. Once we get to that series, no, not really. But I'll get QC back for you.
Yeah, guys. All right. Again, as soon as John gets, Skype's being doo-doo. As soon as John gets back in here, we'll start talking about the other series. So, is there a certain way? So, the top 4 seeds, they're playing in a round robin series, right? They determine that, right?
Determined who gets the top 4 seeds.
So we don't know who the top 4 seeds are.
No,
right now.
We don't know. It's between the teams that are right there in the middle. So those 4 teams will play 3 games or something like that, or they'll play all each other. Yeah, but they're going to give out the top seeds that way.
So the top seeds, guys, are the Blues, the Avs, the Knights, and the Stars in the Western Conference. And in the Eastern Conference, it is Boston, Tampa, Philly, and Washington. So they were playing in a round robin tournament. So that's why it's a little bit harder to predict these playoffs because of the round robin and who's going to match up where. So it's definitely going to be a little bit harder to predict this. What's your predictions on my boys, the Islanders? We can get John in here, Kim. I can get you your prediction. We got to get John in here.
Shout out to Kim. I miss Roosevelt Field.
Guessing that's somewhere in
Great Mall. Miss it.
Islands. But
it is my business.
I guess why are we? Because SirCardinal knows his hockey. Why don't we?
Maybe I'll leave.
More talking about these series. Let's start with the Eastern Conference. Let's go to.
He's back. John's back.
All right, I can actually hear you guys now. Let's go.
Right, good, John.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. So, John, are you ready to dive into these play-in series?
Oh, of course.
All right. So, Kim really wants us to start with the Islanders. So, I believe they are facing the Panthers, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, John and Sir, you guys know more about this. So, let's quickly go over this series. So, what do you guys think about it?
Okay, I'll go first. Yeah, I mean, this one's an interesting one. I'll just say more in terms of there's one huge X factor for me in this series, and that's Sergei Bobrovsky. This guy had a huge down year, and if he plays to a certain level, I think the Panthers might have an advantage here. The Islanders are the deeper team. They have better coaching, in my opinion, even though Quenneville's great. They have better team defense, but I think if you're looking at the matchup, if Bobrovsky can step up, I think the Panthers maybe have an advantage. But I would maybe go Islanders in 5.
Okay.
But then again, if Bobrovsky stands on his head like he did against the Lightning, then I could see the Panthers winning this.
Yeah, I got the Islanders going to the next round as well. I think 5 games and maybe a possible overtime situation like they did a couple of years ago, where Tavares won the game for them in that overtime. I could see that happening again. But yeah, the big one is Bobrovsky. He needs to be better than he was during the regular
During
season.
the season, yeah, 100%.
I know so many Panther fans, of any out there who are out there, were hyped about that. But yeah, obviously, guys, I don't watch as much hockey as these two dudes do. But the Islanders had that run where they swept the Penguins last year. I'm gonna go with the Islanders in this one too. Let's just say in 4 or 5. I like their roster, and I really don't know much about the Panthers too much now. So I'm definitely gonna go Islanders in this one as well.
Yeah, I just want to make that clear because some people are commenting. Yeah, guys, this is a best out of 5 series, so you can only go to 5 for the qualifying round.
Yeah, so SirCardinal, I'm going to have to deal with your green screen like that, otherwise we're going to cut off John's head.
Yeah, he's so tall, right? He's like 8 foot tall.
Sorry, guys.
Can we get you in a little booster seat, please?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about that, sir. I think you have to be in the booster seat.
A little booster seat.
Wow.
Oh, I hate you. I'm out.
Hey, you did that to yourself.
Shut up.
Old
one, yeah. Old head, yeah, okay. All right. Can we just move on, please? Thanks.
Yes. All right, so next up in the matchup, let's go to John's team. Let's get a matchup with the Blue Jackets and the Toronto Maple Leafs. What do you guys think about this one? What about you, sir?
Ooh, Maple Leafs. Ooh, working in that building during the playoff run is so exciting. I wish we could be working that. I wish I could have been working that. There was a chance, but that's ultimately gone now. But, oh, man, Columbus, what they did last year to Tampa breaks my heart when they swept the Tampa Bay Lightning last year. Anderson's got to be a key factor, I think, in this series. I think Frederik Anderson needs to stop pucks. Overall, the Leafs do have a better team. They got some great young forwards, and their defense is their Achilles heel. They all have to be on hands on deck, but I think the Leafs can win this in 5.
What about you, John?
I don't know, man. I tell people I hate predicting this series because it's like I predict my team, then they don't win, and then it's one of those things because I on my channel I try to separate myself from my team all the time and have no bias. So it's like, am I predicting based on like this? For me, it's like I'm separating my fandom completely. The Leafs should win this series. Yeah. Like, let's be straight up. The Blue Jackets have a great team defense. But if Anderson's on it, like even with Merzlikins having a great year and Korpisalo playing great, if Anderson's on the top of his game, Anderson's the best goalie in this series. And that's straight up for me when I'm looking at just everything involved. The defense, yeah, for the Leafs isn't great. But yeah, I would argue there's other teams that actually have worse defenses in this playoffs. Like, if I look at that Jets team, I'm like, how far are the Jets going to go? And does that, like, because the Jets defense is like, you have Morrissey, we'll talk about it. But for the Leafs, they have guys that can actually step up. They have Jake Muzzin, who won Stanley Cups with the Kings. Yep. He can play solid defense. Morgan Riley, he was injured for half the year. He had his sprained ankle, and he was playing injured. He wasn't even playing 100%. Last year, he got like 70 points. So this is a guy that can step up. Travis Dermott, we haven't seen his full potential. Tyson Barrie, he was huge in the playoffs last year for the Avalanche. Yes, he had a bad year, but he was actually a huge game changer for the Avalanche last year.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, exactly. So they have the game changers on defense. And I think the big difference for me is the forward group. I think when you talk about night and day in the NHL, the night is like, yeah, the Blue Jackets are just horrible offensively on some nights. Like, if the Leafs score more than 3 goals, they should win games. Because I don't see the Blue Jackets scoring more than 3 goals if the Leafs are somewhat competent on the defensive side. And I'm going to knock on wood. Hopefully that doesn't backfire on me. But I think the Leafs have a clear advantage here. But also the Lightning had a clear advantage last year. So anything can happen in the playoffs. We know that. But I'll go Leafs in 5.
Yeah, I'm going to go Leafs too. I don't know. I like the Leafs roster more than the Jackets. Again, guys, I don't know too much about hockey, but of course I love hockey. I don't follow it as much as these two Canadians do. But give me the Leafs here. I don't want to see John cry, so give me the Leafs here.
Oh, it's good content though.
If it happens like a third year in a row, Game 7, well, this game 5, game 7 would be equivalent for me
Yeah.
in this. But bro, I don't even know what it like. I can't see it again. This is like 2017 against the Cavs, 2018, 2019 against the Bruins. Yeah, I don't even know, man.
Go sub up Take Hockey if you haven't, guys. This guy, seriously, if his team doesn't win, I've seen it before. It's not pretty, but it's also very comical. So check it out. The rage.
And I'll say this: I try to keep my channel PG-13, and it's that goes to the shits when the Leafs. Yeah, so
Matthew Phipps says he's gone by the draft.
He's gone by the draft.
People have memed me pretty hard on that because I said I kept yelling that Nylander had to be traded by the draft. But
I remember that. What's up, Tony P? It says Mookie. Yeah, man, good signing for the Dodgers there. But scrolling up, John, a lot of people are taking the Blue Jackets in this series. A lot of people in the chat have the Blue Jackets. I don't know.
Well, I'll say this. Yeah, there's some people that do believe the Blue Jackets, but most of my subs like to troll me and say Blue Jackets are going to win, and I guess I expect that, so it's all right. But yeah, I mean, the Leafs should win this, but the Blue Jackets are an underrated team, so we'll see.
And you got Tortorella behind the bench too, so he's not that bad as a coach as well. So that's a little bit of a.
I think he should win the Jack Adams this year. The amount of players they lost and how many injuries they endured this year, I think he should win the Jack Adams.
Yeah, I was a little upset with that. I thought Tippett would be there, but oh well. But yeah, Tort's definitely a good choice though, for sure.
All right, so there you go. So once again, all of us have the same team winning. All right, let's go on to a matchup who people don't really think high of this one. Pittsburgh and Montreal. So John, what's your thoughts about this series?
Yeah, I mean, this is the one where 90% of us can look like a big idiot. It seems so easy. I did my Pens preview. It's just like everyone wants to say Pens in 4 because it's one of those things like Pens in 3 is just too easy to say that the Pens are just going to run them over. Yeah. But it's like any other thing past Pens in 4 is like, how could that even happen? I mean, best case scenario, the Habs are fully healthy and everyone's going, and Carey Price plays like 2017 Price. I don't see Price playing like 2014 Price. I don't see that happening. At best, at this point, I could maybe see Price playing like 2017, a top 10 goalie. But still, the Pens are getting Jake Gensel back, who was on pace for 40 goals. Brian Rust was going off this year. You got Zucker now in the picture. You have a fully rested, and on top of being rested, they've been working out this whole time, Crosby and Malkin. They have everyone. The Pens are probably the team that benefit the most from this break, up there with teams like the Islanders and Stars. So I'll go Pens in 5, only because it's 2020.
Okay.
And I don't have the confidence, obviously, to say Habs are upsetting this here, but I think we might get a scare and it come down to Game 5. I think we might get a scare.
Okay. All right. What about you, sir?
I'll go Pens.
It's a really interesting series. I thought there was a lot of talk about the Pens, and right now with a whole bunch of players not being there, a lot of the goalies being sick, all the stuff I've been hearing about them put me a little bit concerned, but it's not the case. There's a lot of people just posting stuff. So I don't know. I really think the series benefits Pittsburgh. Like you said, the experience, the new additions, just overall a better team than Montreal. I do have Pittsburgh winning in 4.
Yeah, I know the Habs are not very good, so I'm going to say it, John. I'm going to go Penguins in 3. I'm going to say it.
Sweep? You're going to take the sweep?
I mean, the thing is, it's hard to predict sweeps, but we saw like a few last year, but I mean, this year it could happen so fast. Like it's 3 games in a row, not 4 this time, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
If a team gets hot right off the bat, it's easier to win 3 in a row. You won't get, I mean, sorry, I'm saying this, Rocha, you won't get a scenario where the Sharks win 3 and the Kings win 4 to reverse sweep.
True. Yeah. Mofo,
see that? Look at him. He's like,
don't you say a word, Mofo.
Mofo's going to make a comment. But yeah, in this case, you win 3 and it's done.
Mike Flory says I'm taking Habs in 3.
And it's great that Domi's actually a part of this because he took 7 to 10 days, took a week and a half to decide if he was actually going to play in this thing. So good on him for actually joining. So it gives Montreal a little bit more offense. Yeah, he's in.
I think Suzuki's great. But I'll say this straight up. If not for Domi, like you have Domi in that center spot, I think the Habs would have got messed around in the matchup game because at least you have Philip Deneau to match up against one of Crosby or Malkin, and Deneau's a great 2-way forward. He's great defensively. But whenever one player's on, you got the next one coming on the next shift. I mean, you could probably relate to that in Edmonton, sir, but it's one of those things. One guy's on the ice, and great. If you shut him down for one shift, you're getting the next guy the next shift. So I think the Habs are in trouble there, but Domi definitely helps that case.
Yep.
Matthew Phipps says Habs in 3 when there's no Penguin players on the ice. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. Is SirCardinal wearing a wig? What, Mick?
Yep. I think Mick needs a break.
What is wrong with you, bro? All right, so let's go on to the final, and this could potentially be the best one. We got the Hurricanes taking on the Kings. So, not the Kings.
The Rangers.
The Rangers. Why did I say the Kings? The Rangers. So, SirCardinal, what's your thoughts on this series?
Oh man, this is great. Like I want to see what Carolina did last year, this year. They got a nice little squad over there. Young team, hungry, bunch of jerks. You got the Rangers that are going to be probably Stanley Cup contenders in the next few years with the talent that they have. But I think the Rangers are just going to be a little bit too strong. I think they're going to win this series, I think, in 5.
Okay. How about you, John?
Yeah. I know Rangers fans are going to get cheese with me. I'm actually changing my prediction for a third time over the last couple months. I went from pretty confident Hurricanes, and then people got in my head. But you know what? I'm sticking with you know what? Last year I was all over my place with my predictions, but I predicted the Blues winning the Cup. I just got to go with my gut. I can't let outside people, I don't know, get in my head. I'm going Hurricanes in 4. I think the Rangers are a great team. I think they're a young team. I think they have one of the brightest, if not brightest, futures in the NHL. But I watched the Hurricanes run over 2 teams last year. And if anything, they got better this year. And now people are already talking about Justin Williams. Looks like he's in midseason form right now, coming back.
Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, you have huge depth. And I'm sorry, Rangers fans. You know I love you. And I literally have a Rangers jersey and not a Hurricanes jersey. But I got to throw away any kind of maybe favoritism towards you guys. Yeah. I'm going Hurricanes in 4. I think the only thing I'll change in terms of just it's not even I'm changing my prediction, but I'm saying Hurricanes in 4 if Mrazek plays the way I think Mrazek can play.
Okay.
If they don't,
sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say if not, Rangers are probably winning this because Rangers definitely have the goaltending battle here, probably, and they have 3 options.
If they have, they can get the Zamboni driver, right? You know.
Yeah. No, exactly.
If he plays, they're winning the series. I'll change my pick midway. He's going to win the series if Zamboni driver is there. So.
No, but in all seriousness, I think if Mrazek plays well, I think the Hurricanes have the edge here for sure, in my opinion.
Salty Leafs fan says Mr. Game 7. There's no Game 7. Maybe he'll be Mr. Game 5 because I got the Hurricanes in 5. I don't know. I think the Rangers are too young. They're good at, like John said, one of the best teams. Got a big ass future. But no, I'm gonna go Hurricanes in 5 as well. See what Peter Mrazek plays like, man. Last year he was great. He got hurt during the series last year, didn't he? The one they lost. Oh no, that was this season. He got hurt, right?
Sorry, who'd you say?
Mrazek.
Mrazek. Yeah, they were both injured. Mrazek and Reimer.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go Hurricanes in 5 as well. I just think the Rangers are a little too young, and the Hurricanes got great experience from going to the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Like Fury, I just want to say quickly, man. Like again, I'm not sleeping on the Rangers. I know how good but the 2 things I just want to say about this series, Roach and Cardinal, is like the 2 things the Rangers fans keep repeating, and it really frustrates me, is the Rangers swept the season series against the Hurricanes, and they did. I don't know if you guys knew that. The Rangers won all 4 games against the Hurricanes this season. Great.
I did not.
But the Lightning won all the games against the Blue Jackets last year, and can someone remind me what happened? The season series, none of it matters in the season when it comes to the playoffs. Especially, bro, we haven't played since March. So on top of the season series not mattering to begin with, there's this huge gap that anyone that thinks the Rangers momentum is going to transition, the Flyers momentum, that momentum is not transitioning over 4 months. So put that aside. Like, I don't want to see it. Get another reason why the Rangers are going to win this series. That's not one of the reasons to use.
Absolutely, man. I agree with you. It should be interesting. Yeah, regular season means nothing in the postseason. You can dominate a team in the regular season no matter what sport it is, but then just go and shit the bed in a series or in one game and just completely lose. So, yeah, regular season has nothing to do with it. All right, so there is our Eastern Conference predictions for the play-in grounds. Let's go to the Western. Obviously, we all got the Oilers over the Blackhawks. Let's start. Let's go to Flames and Jets. So, what's your take on that, John?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I had, and I'm gonna go Flames. Even though I think the Jets could. I mean, I think both teams could be contenders here. Here's the thing. I think the Jets would have to get hot right off the bat. I think the Jets are a team that heavily go off momentum. So this might sound weird to say, but I think the Jets could actually dominate the Flames right off the bat if that's the case. But I think if it gets into the situation where it's a full series and we're talking about going into a game 4 or game 5, I think the Flames just have more control. I think they have more structure. And you know what? We see crazy things in the NHL. The Flames seem like a mess on the surface right now, and sometimes those teams actually do better in the playoffs. So you know what? I'm gonna go Flames in 5. I think the Jets. I think I could be wrong about. I think this is the one series I think I could be wrong here. But that Jets defense, man, I know we say sometimes. I mean, I look at the 2017 Penguins. They had no defense. Letang was injured. They had bad injuries. Like Hainsey and Schultz were their best defensemen. Like it was a mess, and that's kind of similar to the Jets here. But well, I think that offense is completely elite, and I think Hellebuck would have to be even more insane than he was in the season for the Jets to pull this off. So I'm going to go Flames. I think if Riddick or Cam Talbot, one of those guys, step up on top of a great defense, a pretty decent forward group, I'll go Flames in 5.
All right, so Cardinal.
I definitely think the Flames are going to want to erase last year's playoff when they got swept by the Avalanche. I think they're going to be more hungry. I think the series is going to be very physical between the two teams. They're two big teams. I think offensively they both match up quite well with Laine and everyone on the Jets with the Flames. I just think it's going to be a grinding series. It's going to be a long series. But I think the Flames are going to get redemption from last year, and they're going to win in 5 as well. But I think it's going to be a very physical series. I think it's going to be one of the hardest hit. So this doesn't really mean they may win this round to go to the first round, but they could be banged up going into that. So, but I think it's going to be very physical. But I think the Flames are going to come out on the top.
And I'll just say quickly, Cardinal, basing off that, like this might. I don't even think this is coming off as Canadian bias because I just think two Western Canadian teams going at it. Yeah, they're not maybe a huge rival on the surface, but I just think, yeah, I'm probably most excited to watch this series. Like, I just think in terms of being a fan, yeah, I think the Rangers-Hurricanes series will be great. I think there's other series, but I just think as a fan, I think this series is going to be the most back and forth. I would be very surprised if it doesn't go to 5. I want it to go to 5 for this series at least, so. But yeah.
Especially for us in Canada. Sorry, one quick.
No, Cardinal, yes.
Us Canadians, I think just watching that matchup is going to be very, very awesome to watch for all of us in Canada. In Canada, anyway.
Double. So as much as I hate the Flames, I agree with you guys. I'll go with the Flames as well in 5. I think they're just a little bit better than the Jets. Obviously, I don't know too much about these two teams, but yeah, give me the Flames as well. Even though I hate to say that, because
it pains me too. Yeah, it pains me too.
Better than the Canucks. Speaking of Canucks, we'll go to the next series, and that is Canucks and Wild. So what's your take on this, Sir Cardinal?
I really want, like, I was talking to John earlier, and I would like to see the Wild get that number 1 pick. I think that would be a nice fit for Lafreniere to go to Minnesota, but it's going to be, you got a donation there.
Hey, $2 dono from Isaiah says, Rocha, the Niners are going to be 2020 champs. Well, thank you for the dono, Isaiah. Thank you, and you're right, they are. And this guy over here is going to have to make a diss track. Yeah. So go ahead, sir.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, Isaiah, that was just tough to read. Man, reading is for prisoners. This series should be pretty good. I think Vancouver's got a little bit more better offensive players than the Wild, but they do got some veterans on the Wild with Gary Suter and Parisi, but I just don't think they have enough to stack up against Vancouver's offense. I think they got a better offense. I think this could be close to a sweep. If anything, I think Vancouver will win this in 4.
Yeah, I have a huge hot take here, and I just think it's 2020. We've seen insane things happen, and I could just absolutely picture Twitter right now. Just right now, I could picture Twitter. I'm going to go Canucks in 3 for the purpose of saying I think the Canucks, like the Wild, not the Wild, the Jets, I think these two teams could just absolutely get hot. And against a team like the Wild, I don't care what happened in the season series, like I said. I'm going to go huge hot take, Canucks in 3. I could see Canucks Twitter right now, and I've talked to people about this. I don't know if anyone knows this well, Cardinal Rocha. Canucks Twitter are probably the worst because they go in absolute hiding
Uh-huh.
until the chaos, and then it's the biggest mess I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like they're all hiding, you don't see them, and then when hockey playoffs are coming, then it's like this insane. I could picture it right now. Canucks in 3, these Canucks fans going absolutely insane. Oh, we're running over everyone. We're going to the cup. We're going to the cup this year. And then they get knocked out by the Blues first round or something.
And then they can have another riot. But I hate those Canucks fans for that very reason. They do it all the time. Once they start winning, then they all come out of the woodwork, and I can't stand their fan base whatsoever. They're so cocky. I hope they get bounced, but they're going to win the series.
Me and Sir Cardinal, we always talk about this. We have the same feelings to the Canucks. I hate them. Oh my God, do I hate the Canucks. I hate Canucks fans. I hate everything that comes with Vancouver. But I just think they're more talented than Minnesota. I got them advancing to the next round in 3 or 4 games. I hope they get bounced quick. But of course, you know, the best moment was Game 7 of the 2011 Stanley Cup Finals when they lost to Boston and Vancouver went to shit. Oh, such a great feeling, right, sir?
Oh, I you know I'm Canadian. I didn't care. I just didn't. I was so happy. I was on YouTube for like 24 straight hours watching YouTube live streams of the riots and just getting popcorn, eating it, and just sitting there for hours, just laughing and just rubbing it in all the Vancouver Canuck fans that are friends of mine. So it was a great time, and I wanted to continue like that for this year. But it's nothing as big as it was in 2011. But it just feels good to get them out of the way. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Canucks did cheat. That goal in Game 6 should have never counted in the 2011 Western Conference Finals, but it did. They paid for it in the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. Anyways, let's go on to our final matchup of the play-in rounds, and that is, I believe, Nashville, correct? Versus the Coyotes, QC's team.
Yeah.
John, what's your take on this series?
Yeah, this one for me, I think is the most underrated out of the 8 play-in rounds. I just think you have 2 teams that, well, I think the Coyotes in a different way. They were at one point first in the Pacific Division, and then Kemper went down, and they brought in Hull, and things didn't really change. But Hull was performing well with Garland. Like they had a couple duos going there. And the Preds, this one's just like the most interesting one for me and just like the craziest one because everyone said the Preds had the worst year. They had such a down year, but they're going into these playoffs as the 6th seed. Like how bad of a year did they have if they're still the 6th seed? So this one's so tough for me because, and I'll say this straight up, my Stanley Cup final before the playoffs, or before the season, sorry, and back in September, I had a Stanley Cup final of Lightning versus Predators.
Yep. Whoa.
That was my Stanley Cup prediction back in September. So we'll see how that carries over. QC, you're a legend. I think the Coyotes are going to put up a fight here. I think Phil Kessel's going to step up. I think Taylor Hall is going to put on a show for his penny UFA status, but I'm going to go Preds in 5.
Interesting.
And just quickly, I think Ryan Johansson, look out for him. He's been invisible this year. He's been clutch for the Preds before in the playoffs. Look out for him.
I have to agree with that. I just look at the 2 teams. One team went to the Stanley Cup Finals a few years ago. This team in Arizona has not very much playoff success. They haven't been there very often. Taylor Hall has been there, very little in his career. Kessel's been there a few times with the Leafs back in the day. I just think that the Predators are a team that could be very good with this break. They didn't look very good this year. Yes, they were a 6th seed. They could be better. Pekka Rinne could be that goalie that just gets hot and they go running through everyone. They got a lot of veterans on this team. They got a great defensive core back in Nashville. They got arguably one of the best defenses of all of the NHL with experience. They got a lot of playoff experience under their belts. Sorry, QC, you're a legend as well, but I got this in 4 for Nashville.
Yeah, so QC said, fuck the Sharks, and well, fuck the Yotes. Even before that, I got Nashville. I think Nashville just, they're talented, man. They're too talented to do this. We'll see, we'll see what happens. If the Coyotes lose the series, does Taylor Hall bring a number 1 pick with him again? That's going to be the key question if the Coyotes lose the series, guys.
Yeah, he's got
I will make
luck.
the statement right now. There was a big meeting with Taylor Hall recently, without GM, but ownership was meeting up with Taylor Hall recently, and they were back in contract talks. I think for me, this is going to be a big, because Taylor Hall, he has no family obligations here. He said he just wants to go to a winning, contending team. I think this is going to be a huge make or break for both teams because the Preds have been cup contenders or contenders in general for so long here, and they haven't won. They went to the final. They haven't won. The Coyotes, on the other hand, they made that big, I would say, chance on acquiring Taylor Hall, and they have Phil Kessel towards the end of his prime here. I would say his prime's already gone, and they have a lot of older guys. I think regardless of who loses here, you're going to see big changes in the offseason. Whether it's the Preds, whether it's the Coyotes. So that's why I think this series could be the most underrated because I think there's going to be so much at stake in this series for both teams.
Yeah, I would agree with you. So there you go, guys. So we're going to go ahead, if you guys don't mind, and skip around just because it'd be so hard for us to piece together the entire seedings.
Yeah, do we want to just talk about the round robin and where we think, or do we just want to skip that as well?
I want to go ahead and talk about, so who do you think is going to be the top 4 seeds, John?
Yeah, I mean, it is hard. It's like much harder to predict the round robin because it's just single games against each team. I mean, if I could go off experience, it's kind of what I talked about, like in my prediction, is like I think the Caps, they were kind of cool at the end there. I think they're a lot of older guys there. I think they could be the 1 seed. I'll go Lightning 2 seed, 3 seed Bruins, 4 seed Flyers. I think the Flyers sometimes it takes a little bit for them to get going, and they have some inexperience, especially with Carter Hart in net. So, but I think the Lightning, I don't know. I think the Bruins could finish the 2 seed there, Lightning 3, but I'm going with Caps as that 1 seed. And then West Side, I'll go something like Avalanche, Blues, Golden Knights, Stars. I think the Stars, they either are very good or very bad. I'll say maybe they take a bit to get going. And that would be a crazy first round series. If the Stars did finish as the 4 seed, it would be Stars versus Oilers, and they were kind of really close in the standings too, so we'll see.
Yep. That's the only thing I'm worried about with these top 4 seeds. Like, are the players going to play in this? Like, are their top players going to play? Are they going to try to get some rest and get ready for that first round matchup? It doesn't matter where they play. Just get me into that first round. But if I was a betting man, I would say Boston is the number 1 seed. Okay. Washington, they got the experience. Tampa, that's a tough one right there. That's a toss-up. I say Washington could get to 2, Tampa 3, and then Philadelphia 4. But I think Boston should definitely be in contention for that top seed. I think they're going to play. But like I said, it depends if they play or rest their star players. Out west, you got to go with the defending champs. I think St. Louis has a possibility to repeat that as number 1 seed. So I got them number 1, Vegas number 2, Avalanche 3, Dallas 4.
Yeah. So for the East, I got actually, you know what? I got the way it's listed on you guys' screen: Boston, Tampa, Washington, Philly. I think Philly's just the worst of those 4. And on the other side, I got Avalanche 1, Blues 2, Vegas 3, and Dallas 4. I just think that's the way how it's gonna go. So appreciate you guys spamming, getting that spammer. Again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and sub button. If you're not subbed already to these gentlemen on the screen, these 2 Canadians, go ahead and sub them up. Appreciate you guys stopping by. St. Louis, Vegas, Dallas. We got the Avs, Blues, Dallas. All right. Good prediction, guys. So, John and Sir, let's go ahead and you guys go ahead and let's do our conference finals matchups. What do you think a conference final in the Western and the Eastern would look like? Let's go ahead and start with you, Sir.
Wow. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I can see probably Boston, Washington in the Eastern Conference Final. That would be pretty interesting. Tampa, who knows? They should. It's so tough, man, because what Tampa did last year, I just don't know. But I think with the leadership that Washington has with Ovechkin during playoff times, I think he turns on another ignition during the playoffs. I could definitely see Boston and Washington in the Eastern Conference Final. Out west, that's a tough one. I think the Avalanche could probably sneak through. They're young. They got a lot of talent in Colorado. I wouldn't be against a St. Louis Avalanche final, or even Vegas and Colorado. But it's so hard to predict, man. Like, I just don't think the Oilers can get there. Maybe they can get to the second round and just come up short, but I just don't see my team getting there just yet. But yeah, it's tough. I think St. Louis and Colorado, I think definitely out west.
What about you, John? What about out west for you?
Yeah, it's tough. I think out west. Just quickly, I'll say my final four. I have this like weird thing where I think we might end up getting a Battle of Alberta just with 2020. I think we might get a Battle of Alberta maybe in that, I don't know, second round.
Oh, that would be crazy.
So I don't know. I think my final four teams, if I could just throw out teams, maybe Calgary, Edmonton, Avalanche, Preds. Conference final, I'll go maybe Avalanche versus Oilers.
That would be back and forth, man. The offenses would be flying. The young guns, oh my God, McKinnon.
Something like that. That would be fun.
That
David
would be,
versus McKinnon.
yeah. Holy hell. Holy hell.
And East Side. Yeah, it's I would like to think because of 2020, I think it's possible, and the Leafs somehow get in there. But I'm gonna go. We get some kind of rematch. The rematch we've seen over the decade: Ovi versus Crosby in the Eastern Conference Final, or the Pittsburgh Lightning rematch that we saw when Stamkos returned, but then the Pens beat them. So I'm going either maybe Penguins Lightning or Penguins Capitals. So for fun, I'll go Penguins Capitals.
All right. What about you out east, sir?
Out east?
Yeah.
You
I said
East.
Boston. Yeah, I said Boston, Washington.
Oh, that's right. My bad. You started with that.
Yeah.
All right. So actually, I got the same as John. I think your Oilers can go on a run, sir. I really do. McDavid, Draisaitl can stay hot. The problem with you guys, can you get consistent goaltending from either one of you two goalies? I think you guys could. So I like that. I was gonna go with the same one, Avalanche and the Edmonton out west.
Bro, this guy forgets.
I couldn't freaking think. And out east, I'm just looking at how I have everything seated. I'm going to actually go a Tampa and Boston Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe this is the year Tampa. See, this is the thing I'm thinking of. We have Tampa's first round pick this year. This is going to be the year where they go all the way and don't choke. That's just going to happen to the Sharks. I know it. But that's going to be my final four there. Edmonton and Colorado, Boston and Tampa Bay. So that being said, everybody in the chat, let's see what's happening. Kim says Boston Caps. Salty says Eel Pins. Ray Bro says Yamamoto. Nuge.
Yamamoto, Rocha.
Yamamoto.
Shut up. Nudes, yeah, and you got James Neal as well. So the Oilers definitely can make it there. Oilers tandem will get the job done, says Kyle. Absolutely, man. I could see the Oilers getting it that far. So with that being said, John, what would be your Stanley Cup final matchup?
So I just want to say this quickly, and I just have, again, after watching that draft lottery, and I know I keep repeating myself saying it's 2020, while I'm confident in some of these top-tier teams, I think because of the life-death momentum that some of these teams in the playing round could get, I think we could see huge upsets. Like when I'm talking about the top 8 teams, Boston, Tampa, Washington, Philly, and St. Louis, Avalanche, Vegas, Dallas. Like I think some of those teams could get eliminated right off the bat. And while maybe the Avalanche, teams like the Avalanche, Caps, Lightning do go far, I could see a couple of the more experienced teams and skilled teams that get momentum right out of the play-in rounds. I could see them going far. So I'm sticking with my hot take prediction of what I said in my last bracket challenge. I know it might be crazy, and I want crazy. It's 2020. I want crazy. I'm going McDavid, Crosby, Stanley Cup final.
Oh, boy. Would that be something?
Pittsburgh,
Wow.
Edmonton.
All right, what about you, sir?
Oh, that's tough. That was, I remember when the Oilers made the playoffs against the Sharks that one round, and then the next year they projected the Pens versus the Oilers in the Stanley Cup final. That would be fun. I would love to see my team get to the Stanley Cup final. I just don't think it could happen. I think Vegas has a pretty good team. They have that team that's been there before a couple of years ago. I'm going to say Stanley Cup final for me. I'm going to say Colorado, Boston.
Okay. I like it.
Wow, Boston goes back again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
I have a mixture of your two. I have Boston beating Tampa Bay. I got Edmonton also going to the Stanley Cup Finals. I just think they could go on this run, man. This team's got that front.
Rocha, we're getting Cardinal too excited here.
Time out.
What?
Sorry, Kyle Hamlin. They made the Stanley Cup Finals in '88 against Boston in 1990, not '86. Montreal played Calgary in that Stanley Cup final.
Shut up, PJ. PJ says Isaiah.
But yeah, you guys are building up my team. You're getting me hyped for these Oilers. Like,
Man,
I hope you guys are right.
I'm seeing you guys streaming. We're talking about hockey now. Like, it's finally sinking. Like, I can't believe we're like literally 8 days away. It's insane.
It's insane to think about that. Baseball's back tomorrow. Basketball's back a week from that, and hockey's back there 2 days after that. Like, it's so great to be having sports back, man.
Yeah, and I'll just say this for everyone, all the 50 people in here, and I think I've been saying it to you, Cardinal, and you, Rocha. It's like, I've kept the faith this whole time, and I'm just waiting for that August 1st, the drop of the puck. Honestly, I'm probably going to celebrate like at the first couple minutes of the game because it's one of those things like anything can change still. So I'm waiting just for August 1st. But it's been months of people saying the season's not happening, the playoffs is not happening, it's not happening. Like, my brain was going to explode. So it just feels so good that, and also it's hilarious because all those people that were saying that are now so hyped for hockey to come back, right? But yeah, I'm excited to say the cup champs here. But no, I honestly, these playoffs are way more challenging to predict than previous because on top of it being a 2014 format, there's reseeding every round, and we can't really predict the matchups. Like, my predictions would be different if I knew the matchups. Like, if I knew the future of what the matchups could be, then you know what I'm saying? Like, anything can happen. It takes one little loss, and the whole reseeding changes.
And we've never seen teams, or we've never seen games with no fans. So this is going to be interesting too. It's going to be interesting to see no fans in the stand and them playing a Stanley Cup playoff game. Yeah, they might have built-in sound or whatever like that. They might have cutout cardboard, whatever, people sitting in the stands that way. But we've never seen it, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see how that. But I know there's going to be a 5-second delay. There's reports about that having a 5-second delay on broadcast because of all the NHL guys. They like to chirp, and so they're going to have that. So that's going to be interesting too. But I'm really curious to see what happens. And they say, the Oilers and Leafs are going to have advantages because they're playing in their own barns. Yeah, they might know the boards, the angles, and stuff.
No, they said they're going to make it. They're going to make it the best they can to give absolutely zero advantage. And I'll also say teams like I mean, you mentioned it, sir, like how good they have been. But I would argue that teams like Vegas and Boston, a lot of their playoff success is to do with their home. Like, we've seen Vegas absolutely dominate at home, and same thing with Boston. The amount of game sevens and the amount of times that they've dominated in like game sevens or elimination games at home, and they're just not going to get that atmosphere. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be. But the fans, that's going to be the thing, man. No fans. It's just, I wonder how it's going to be. I wonder how it's going to sound. You're going to probably hear the ice, the skates off the ice, like glistening through them gliding. You're going to hear all those crisp tape to tape passes. It's going to be awesome. And just by hearing the UFC with the fighting and stuff like that, it was awesome to hear that because you can hear everything. And with hockey, I'm pretty sure we're going to hear a lot of yelling, and it's going to be fun. I can't wait. I am very curious to see how that's translated.
Well, that's the only thing that sucks. With the 5-second delay, they're going to eliminate the swear words and.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why they're going to do it.
So that sucks, but.
But yeah, we all know hockey players and how they chirp. We've heard it before. We've heard videos of them chirping like Claude Giroux chirping. So it's hilarious. So we'll see. I'm just very excited for this to come back, man. ASMR hockey, sign me up.
ASMR hockey. Well, it's probably a good thing because we know how in 2020 the cancel culture can be. All it takes is for one player to say one thing in the heat of a moment.
Yep.
And for it to go on the broadcast, and that's why I find it like ironic, like some of the same people that are saying, "Oh, come on, the NHL is being so light. Like, why don't they?" Like, I understand why they're doing this 5-second delay because those same people would cancel that player immediately if one of those words or something came on. You know what I mean? Like, Cardinal, you know hockey, I know hockey. Some of these words just get like, it doesn't even matter if it's not this vote. Like, even for me as a fan, when I'm on stream. Like I said to you, I keep it PG-13 for the most part, but just the passion and how it just it takes over me, man. And imagine the actual players that are in the game.
And we've heard some racist things from players, unfortunately, in the NHL saying the comments. So it's good that they're doing this. I'm glad. But I would have had like 10 seconds, just saying 7 to 10 seconds. I don't care.
5 seconds is going to be, they're going to be.
Yeah,
but yeah, racist stuff. On it. Hopefully none of that, but yeah, I was
Yeah.
more talking about like kind of the little things that are not
F-bombs,
accepted.
the gay, just
Yeah.
like they even say stuff like that too, like
Yeah.
F word and the other F word, the three-letter
The
word.
3 different
Yeah.
F words.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
the three Fs. But
Absolutely.
I wish it was a little bit longer. But hey, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited. This is going to be a very interesting 2020 playoff format. I can't wait for it to get started.
And me and John are getting so hyped because we both have the Oilers in the finals.
If that happens, boys, we'll see what happens. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Cardinal. I think I would be the biggest wreck if not a wreck. I just think I'd be so like if I saw Leafs Oilers somehow Stanley Cup final. I don't
Oh,
even
that'd be
know.
fun.
Oh my goodness!
Bro,
Yeah,
my heart
John.
would be like,
You two going at it would be great.
Do you remember the regular season game where that's how the ankle injury happened with Riley and McDavid when he blew right by him? You guys remember that in the chat where McDavid blew right by him and then he like waved to the crowd or his family, whoever it was? That's something I would want to see again, definitely. And it's in Edmonton. The finals and the conference finals are in Edmonton.
In Toronto.
That's right.
Yeah, it was amazing. So I don't know if you guys remember that in the chat. Sorry guys, if you're Leaf fans, but I remember it. John remembers it.
Of course, it happens to my favorite player, bro. The way he did that, it could have happened to bro. If that was Cece or Marincin, they would have fell and they would have been GGs.
Oh, and he was a former Oiler, so thank you for taking him in Toronto. So.
I'll do NFL predictions as we get closer to the season. PJ says no. Well, no shit, you don't remember it. PJ.
Yeah, you're just a Golden State Warrior fan, 49er fan. You don't watch hockey. I'd like to see you on ice skates, though, King PJ. I'd like to see you on ice skates.
PJ's got to wake up here and at least watch a couple games this playoffs.
Maybe smile, Okay, yeah, you definitely got to check it out, King. If Josh is going to do it, I'd like to see you watch hockey, too. You can start going for the Kings or Sharks.
Yeah, bro, I love seeing QC get into the Yotes, bro. The Yotes don't get enough respect, so.
Absolutely.
Why would he go for the Kings?
I don't know.
PJ ain't going to go for an LA team.
You don't know that?
No, I know that.
Oh, do you know?
Man.
Okay.
You better not, PJ. Or, okay, I take that back. That's better than going for Vegas.
No, maybe he'll be a Mighty Duck fan. Like, he'll be a Ducks fan.
Yo, PJ, please, just to piss off Rocha, go for Vegas. PJ, you can literally get Rocha so mad if Vegas somehow wins, and bro, you wouldn't even be jumping on a bandwagon, bro. Vegas has done nothing.
Yeah, they've been to a Stanley Cup final and lost in, 6 games, was it?
Yeah, last year they got eliminated in the first round, so if you jumped on now, it'd be okay.
You'll be okay. You'll be just, snug right into that wagon, and we won't see nothing.
In the first round, they took the 3-1 lead and a 3-0 lead in the Game 7. Just how to say that.
Or you could do Yotes and join QC.
Yeah,
but,
there you go. Yotes are pretty decent.
But, hey, PJ says, let's go nice in the chat. Let's go, bro. I gave him a great idea.
Yeah. And PJ has been unmodded. All right, let's go.
There you go. Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this jersey, King PJ? You want that?
Yeah. PJ, this is your new team.
PJ,
that's your new team.
This is your new team.
Look, PJ, that's your new team right there.
You can come over. Do you want a signed jersey? You want this? You want that?
God damn it.
You want that? I don't know. QC?
Voltek,
Volsky. Yes.
Such a, if you're not a hockey guy,
I love that guy.
Look at that name and it's what is that?
I love that guy when he came out of Brampton, man, when he was on the Avalanche.
Yeah, man, I had a couple people that knew Wolski.
I heard he's a party animal.
Yeah. Bro, half the NHL players are it's just the vibe.
Oh, the London Knights, no comment. Robbie Tremp.
I'll quickly say that before we get it. I know we haven't gotten to our winners yet, but that's the other thing, Cardinal, that I'm happy about it being in Toronto and Edmonton, because if it was in other places like Vegas, some of these players would maybe be able to sneak out and not get recognized. But in Toronto or Edmonton, if it takes one fan to see one of these guys out there, and
True.
you know a picture's being taken, especially in Toronto, people get exposed all the time for things in Toronto.
Shoot, I see the Toronto whenever I take my son to go get autographs when the Oilers come in town. We go, and the autograph seekers, hounds, or whatever in Toronto, there's hundreds of them all flocking around the hotel. So if they come out of a hotel and go somewhere, these fans are going to be outside their hotel just trying to get a glimpse of them, and they'll know who they are exactly.
Exactly,
like that.
And that's why it's fenced. Yep. They're going to fence it. Everything is inside. And if those players or any player goes outside, chances are someone's going to expose them.
Yeah, so it's good. I'm glad it's in the 2 Canadian cities. What are you smirking at there, Roach?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you happy over there?
Yeah, Roach. Where's San Jose again?
Do you know the way to San Jose?
Yes.
Okay.
It's, 2 hours that way. Anyways.
Oh, I wish San Jose got that first overall, first overall pick.
Ottawa.
I would have fucking.
That would have been great. That would have been fun.
Anyways, let's go on to our Stanley Cup final predictions. So, Sir Cardinal, Stanley Cup final winner. Who do you got?
Oh, the winner. I think Boston. They lost. They're hungry. I think Boston is going to win the Stanley Cup final this year.
I might cry.
It pains me too, but I think they're going to win this year. And Chara's going to retire, and he's going to be like, okay, I'm out. I think he signed a year extension, though, actually, but still. I think they just got a lot of veterans. I think they're going to be hungry. They're going to want to get that cup after they lost last year. So I think they're going to win the cup this year.
All right, John.
All right. Well, it's one of those years. It's just I think new decade, whole world pandemic. I think here I'll use my little prop here, little Corona bottle here. This is Crosby will be passing the baton to McDavid. Oilers win the cup.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
From the one GOAT of the past decade to the new GOAT of this upcoming decade. Crosby passes it on to McDavid. Oilers win the Stanley Cup.
God damn.
Oh my! I can't imagine, sir, if they win the cup, bro.
2 championships in a year, right? A year and a bit. Right. Wow. Okay, that is a big hot take.
Well, sir.
Hot take hockey for a reason.
Honestly, I hate to say this, but I don't have the same luck for your Oilers. I have Boston winning the Stanley Cup this year. I think they're going to bounce back from last year. They lost it in Game 7 of the Blues. I think they bounce back this year. But I do like John's take. I do think the torch is being passed from Crosby to McDavid. And the Oilers are not going to go away for a while. They're going to be a great team for years to come. But not this year. They get the taste of that cup, but they ain't going to win it. I got Boston winning the Stanley Cup this year. And Boston fans get another fucking title.
Boston over Edmonton? That's who you have?
Bro, I thought you're... Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Boston.
So you guys both got Boston. Wow. You both must really hate me.
I don't hate you. I just think they got a very good veteran team over there. And that's what you needed in the playoffs. Unfortunately.
I know. It'll be interesting. Like I said, those top teams, I mean, they're not going to be in that much of an urgency right off the bat as some of these playing around teams. I don't even know. Like, it's so hard for me to say because it's like, I look at those teams and, again, I think they're just absolutely stacked. Mm. But, I mean, I look at the Lightning. They got upset last year, and it seemed like they should have gone far. So I don't know. But, I'm going with hot takes. So we'll see what happens. I might look like an idiot, but that's okay. This is really – you can have so much hockey knowledge here, but it's a lot of luck to guess the results.
Especially these restarts. QC says, Oilers lose in round 1, draft Lafreniere, and dominate for the next 3 to 5 years.
That happens. Oh, my God. Wow. It's just like any of those teams that are young and that get the number 1. If you got Pittsburgh getting him, the Leafs, Oilers, oh, my God. Even the Rangers getting Lafreniere added to that team going into next season. Absolutely. If the Oilers got him, I'm just saying, if we lost round 1 and get Lafreniere, oh, my God. I don't know what I'll do with myself.
Imagine, dude.
I don't know.
Well, sir, what if, again, this is like a huge hot take as well. What if the Oilers got Lafreniere, and because there's completely new just management and all the whole 9 yards of the Oilers, what if Hull then chose to come back?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but he would have to take a little bit less money probably. But then, that would be good. But then you got Lafreniere probably on the top line with McDavid.
Bro, I could not. Yeah, that would be absolutely. That would be the Lafreniere, McDavid, Cassian, Nuge, Draisaitl, or Hull, or you could literally do Hull, Lafreniere, McDavid, Nuge, Yamamoto, Draisaitl.
Just the endless options, and then let's just for kickers. Let's bring in Braden Holtby at a cheap discount. Maybe he signs for like 1 year, like $1.5 million, like Timo Solani and Paul Correa did with the Avalanche. Sign him for a 1 year deal, give him like $2 million. That should go on a run.
I agree, sir. Well, I think there could be a couple of big contracts handed out with the cap staying, and with this whole coronavirus. I think some players might have to take 1 year prove it deals.
Yeah, and if the Oilers can sign Holtby or Hull for like a 1 year deal, just to let's try it out. You never know, it could happen.
Yeah,
It's
Jag
gonna be
says
great.
bottom six still garbage, but I mean, when you have a top six with that much talent, they can carry.
The top six, well, the bottom six for Edmonton, they're not too bad.
Yeah.
They're not too bad. Yes, we lost Colby Cave. He died, unfortunately, back in April. But they still have a pretty good fourth line. I think Jujar Kara, he's been looking great, apparently. Like reading all the Twitter stuff on the EdmontonOilers.com, he's looking a lot better than he did during the regular season, and he's got a lot more muscle. So I think he's going to be a good fourth line center. They got some pieces on the fourth
Their
line.
fourth line for me is like really random, sir. Like they
Yeah.
have right now Chason, Kara, and
Yeah.
Neil.
Yeah.
Like for me, like that doesn't seem like a fourth line. That just seems really like it seems like the outcasts on one line.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, but I think
Red
they,
Kobe Cave.
yeah. So, but I think, and that's another thing too. Like, what happens if the Oilers won the cup? Like, what would you do, John? Say you were Connor McDavid, and we won the Stanley Cup. Would you give it to Emily Cave, his wife, first before your players?
Ooh, that would be, yeah.
Wow.
Like, bring her on the ice, win the cup. Connor gets the cup from
Hey,
Bettman.
she won't be able to be there.
Well, she would be. I think they're allowed to have family
yeah,
inside.
they're allowed family in Edmonton.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah,
So-
they could maybe give an exception, but
Absolutely.
again, I get what you're saying, Cardinal. If it wasn't coronavirus, I could see it happening.
Well, if
but-
they checked her out, if they tested her beforehand, like
Yeah.
say they gave her that test right during the playoffs, and if they did advance, they would invite her in, and then he can hand her the cup first.
Yeah, maybe just for a single, like just for the. I mean, yeah, I guess if it came down to like a game 7,
Yeah.
I could maybe see it happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just think it
mean,
would be a fitting touch for Colby Cave in his memory. Just give it to his wife, the first person to touch
That'd be
the
great.
Stanley Cup after McDavid. And
No,
then
I
he gets
agree.
to touch it, raises it, and then hands it off to Draisaitl and whoever
Man, that would
nudes.
be. I mean, after the last couple of years, the stories we've seen, I think that'd be absolutely
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, that's one. That could be a hot take for me if the Oilers ended up winning, like him giving the cup to Emily Cave. That would be
Ryan says Vegas will win over the Flyers. Okay, so Sir John, who are the teams you don't want to see winning the cup this year? Obviously, for me, it's Vegas. I would lose my shit if Vegas won. John, I think I knew yours. It's probably Boston.
I'm okay with like whatever, but obviously if the Leafs decided to shit the bed for another year and I had to watch Marchand lift a cup, I might be screaming.
What about you guys in the chat? Let us know. What's the one team you guys don't want to see the ways in the cup? What about you, sir?
Vancouver, Calgary. I cannot. I definitely more Vancouver than Calgary. That's for sure. I'll be pissed if Calgary won it, but
Yeah.
if Vancouver somehow won the cup, I seriously would be pissed out of my.
Very on that, sir. For me, yeah, Vegas, Vancouver. Kim says Rangers. Mike says Flyers. Rob says Vegas. Yep. Jack says Rangers.
Man, it kills me. The Metro teams, like, I've always seen the Atlantic teams like hate each other, but the Metro is just like a different level. Like, I'm seeing so many Rangers, Penguins, and Flyers in the chat right now
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
the Metro teams just
Boston,
hate each other.
Pittsburgh, Philly, Knights. So yeah, the 3 Sharks fans all say Knights. Absolutely. Yes, go get it. The top 4 teams that you see are be playing in a round robin during the play-ins to determine the top 4 seeds. Yes. But yeah, man.
So yeah, and I'll say this to anyone, like, obviously I haven't been explaining it, but yeah, looking at the schedule also helps. Like, if you kind of just can see how it's lined up, like, yeah, Boston plays Tampa, Washington, Philly, and then every team, plays each other. But yeah, as I've said, it's so hard to predict, like, one little matchup. Like, it might not seem like it, but Montreal somehow upsetting Pittsburgh would change so many matchups because that's from the 5 to the 12. Same on the other side with the Oilers, Blackhawks.
The Blackhawks
Like,
one.
from a 5 to a 12 seed advancing on any side is night and day. Like, you would see so many different matchups. Like, because with Philly, say they finish as the 4 seed and Pittsburgh advances, it would be the Battle of Pennsylvania first round, which would be insane. I would love to see Flyers and wins. But that could change so quickly if, say, the Rangers win and then Panthers win. Like, the Flyers would end up playing the Leafs first round. Like, so much could change. So it's like we're saying all these predictions, but the NHL is like way harder to predict than the NBA because the NBA is basically locked in for the most part, right?
For the most part, there could be seeds that change, but we know, like, see, like, the NHL's hard to predict because who's gonna finish 1, 2, 3, 4, who's going to win these playoff games. The NBA, like, once the
It's just the what? It's just the bottom three on the East that could change, and the last spot in the West.
Yep.
Kim makes a good point.
Rios
Kim
is
has a really good
asking-
point. Yeah, I'll get to him in a second, but yeah, Kim has a really good point. They're all so close together. Those teams, Rangers, they're like so close. They're all very close. The fans, Rios, just the fans.
Yeah, that's a good point actually, because even with I mean, while Toronto and Montreal are considered close, it's still like 5 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, New Jersey, the Islanders, Rangers, all so close.
Yep.
And then Pittsburgh, Philly, so close.
Yeah. Philly's
yeah.
only 2 hours away from New York City, so it's like right there. So
And that's why people think if Quebec was to come back, the Montreal-Quebec rivalry would be like violent.
no, I would love to have that. Oh
I
man,
see a team back in Quebec. Yeah. I didn't
Definitely,
go,
they got-
I'm too young, but
they have a good arena, but I just don't know what's going on with it.
And
Hopefully
that's
they
why
can-
Buffalo-Toronto, when Buffalo's a good team, Buffalo-Toronto rivalry is insane. The QEW, like that rivalry gets really intense.
Yeah, and they get a lot of Toronto fans everywhere they play anyway. So like Buffalo, you got all the people coming over the border coming into Buffalo because Buffalo doesn't really sell out their arena too well. So all the people from Ontario have season tickets, so they come on over, and it's like watching a Leafs home game when they're in there. So it's cool.
maybe-
Even
Avs are in the round robin for the top 4 seeds, so they're not playing in the play-in rounds.
That must feel nice as a fan, even though I think it might affect them in terms of momentum. They're not going to have that momentum or just kind of on their toes right off the bat. But yeah, like you have no stress. You're going to enjoy the first few games and not have to worry about getting eliminated.
Yep.
So-
Exactly.
Must be nice.
yeah, and Edmonton was only 1 point back of Dallas for that 4th seed.
Well, no, they were at 1 point ahead, but it was just
Oh, it was just the point center, the point
percentage.
percentage. Okay,
Percentage,
yeah. But still, like Edmonton could have been in that situation, but hey,
All right.
it's tough.
Game of Dude's got a good question. Which top 4 team is most likely to get upset in the conference quarterfinals? So
St. Louis.
St. Louis, okay.
Yeah, I think St. Louis as well.
I'm gonna say
They don't have
Dallas.
Jabo.
St.
They don't
Louis
have
or Dallas.
Jabo.
I'll say the
Yeah.
2 West teams, St. Louis or Dallas.
Say Dallas.
They don't have Jabo because of the issue that he had collapsed on the bench. They don't have him going into the left. They said he wasn't going to play. So that's a big defenseman that's off their lineup.
The only
so.
reason I say St. Louis, I think St. Louis is a great team. I think they can make noise again. But I've seen a team that wins the cup just have too much expectations. And look what happened with Washington. I guess on the surface I'll say Dallas. But for me, I think Dallas is one of those teams they're either going to lose in the first round or go to the conference finals or go even farther than that. Like, I just think the Stars are the hardest team. I don't know if this is a bold take or not, but out of the 24 teams, the Stars are the hardest team to predict because on the surface they're such a good team, but 1 week they're absolutely garbage, and then the next week they look like one of the best teams in the league. They have great goaltending. They have arguably one of the best tandems in the league. Bishop, who is maybe top 5 for Vezina, on top of having Kudobin. You have great underrated defense, Klingberg, Heiskanen, Lindell, and that forward group. You had so many guys underperformed this year. You have Jamie Benn, you have Tyler Sagan, you have Joe Pavelski, you have Hintz, you
Corey
have
Perry.
Corey Perry. Yeah, like you have so many options with that Stars. That Stars offense is so deep. You have like guys like Cogliano on that last that 4th line. So it's like, I think I kind of said it in my predictions. Like the Stars are either going to get eliminated first round, or I could see them going conference finals or cup final.
Okay.
And everyone's going to be gunning for St. Louis in the West, right? They won the cup. They're going to be like, well, we got to throw in these guys. They're going to play extra hard against them. So, good points on there. I'd say Dallas and also St. Louis too.
Yeah, they have Razulov too. Yeah, I mean,
And
Dallas got-
I'll say
Radulov,
this,
yeah.
and I've kind of said this. Like if you look at the seeding, so say Edmonton comes out, Vancouver comes out, and Nashville comes out, and say St. Louis does finish as the 1 or 2 seed. They would be playing either Calgary, Winnipeg, which one of those 2 teams, whoever they win, they're going to be gunning. They're going to have so much momentum on their side.
Yep.
And the other team that they could face if they even finish second would be Nashville. And Nashville would be looking for revenge on St. Louis. Big time.
Mhm.
Big time. So I'm just thinking, that's what I'm saying. Either of those matchups, Winnipeg. If Winnipeg lost to St. Louis last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So both Winnipeg and Nashville would want huge revenge on St. Louis.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So we got 48 people in the chat. We're gonna go for about 20 more minutes, and we're gonna call it a night.
20 minutes.
Yeah, Roach, I gotta go to sleep here, man.
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning here, bro.
108.
Finish early.
20 more minutes.
God damn.
Yeah, bro. We already started 40 minutes later than we said.
Hey,
No, it's all good.
Listen,
It's okay.
that was Skype's fault, okay? That was
Yeah.
on Skype.
Nah, it's all good. No, I was literally just telling my sister guys earlier, like tonight was the night where I was like trying to get my sleep schedule back, but it's all good.
You can do it again
I
tomorrow.
have time. Yeah, exactly. I'll try to do it again tomorrow, and then the next night after, and then the night after that. I have, you know what? It's one of those things. I'll just be streaming so much that I want to get my sleep schedule back, but I have another week next week where hopefully I'll make that happen.
Joey
Yes,
says
one
it's
day.
early yet. Exactly, Joe. It's only 10 o'clock for me.
We're at the 1 a.m. strong, says Kim. I agree. That's where we are. So 1 a.m. strong.
Mick, I've seen Mick ask like 5 times. I mean, I'll just say, Mick, if you want my Discord link, just DM me on Discord or Instagram, man.
Be careful. I warn you. Just giving you a warning.
Yeah, Mick, no sus, bro. Come on.
He is very sus.
Bro, yeah, Cardinal. Oh, man, some of these people on YouTube, I literally had to, well, I got my mods to do it. We made like a sus channel on Discord,
Yeah, I saw that.
and we put it all the way at the bottom. So it's like the people that are new to the Discord, they don't see it, right? But if you're kind of aware of the Discord, you scroll all the way to the bottom, and it's sus warning. And I tell them, you know what? Still keep it somewhat PG-13, but for the people that just can't control themselves, go nuts in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe Mick will fit right into that category right there.
Yeah.
No, he's an okay guy. He's all right. I don't mind him.
Isaiah's
But
not in there.
yeah, Isaiah is a sped anyway.
Isaiah's
So.
in his Discord server. I'm surprised he doesn't talk in there.
Oh, if he was in there, forget it. He would be banned like in like 5 minutes.
Appreciate that, Daniel. Hot Take
That
Hockey.
Giovanni
If I
guy,
get in on hockey, I
forget it.
need on that Discord. There you go. Go hit up Hot Take Hockey for the Discord, PJ.
Yeah, man, some people are wild. Like in my Discord, they just I told them, I mean, at me if it's something important, but I had to, I don't know if you guys do it for, well, I know, Carl, you don't have one, but it's like I had to mute my like main thing because it's like, bro, these guys go all day.
Yeah.
Like all day.
I everything on Discord because like it was like on my phone, especially while I was at work, my phone would buzz every 5 seconds. It was just like, okay, I gotta do everything. Notifications off. It's just ridiculous. These guys are in there 24/7.
What's up, Savant? How's it going, bro? Nader, no, we just got John and Sir on for this call. Look at Rocha not knowing shit about.
Whoa!
What?
Water King, bro. Water King's always. I know it's the Bruins fan thing. Water King, he's so nice to you guys. He's always throwing shots at me. Bro, he hates me because I'm a Leafs fan, but no, he joins my stuff, so I appreciate it. But
he throws shots at me all the time. Every time he joins my stream, he always throws shots. Just because I think you're here.
Because you're sus.
True.
I ain't sus.
He doesn't bother me. He knows.
Yeah, he's nice to Cardinal.
He's always nice to me, I think. Right, Water King, you're good with me, right? I got your team winning the cup this year, bro.
Hey,
let's
so
go.
do I. So do I. He does it. John doesn't, but we do.
I said it first. I
don't care. You said it first.
Yeah, Cardinal. What do you think? Like, I said Oilers to the final, then Rocha went next, and then said Oilers to the final, and then you said Bruins winning, and then Rocha went next and said Bruins winning. Like, was there something going on there?
I don't know, but I'm not taking over a QC spot, so Rocha can have QC. I'm good where I am. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, I thought about these predictions earlier this morning, so fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Roach.
Yeah.
I should have predicted Vegas to win then.
Damn.
Hell no, I would have fucking hung up the call on you.
Yo, BJ says Rocha is just like target practice for anyone that wants to try and get good at roasting people.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. PJ,
you could come out a winner. You could definitely come out a winner and look like a freaking boss. I said a boo. Yes. What are you talking about?
Actually, Sabalski brings up a good end. Yeah, I'm actually kind of, I don't know. I'm not as excited as if they did it sooner. The Seattle team name's being announced tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw
No, are you serious?
Yeah, they put a video out on Twitter today. I saw
They're
it.
announcing.
Shut the front door.
12 p.m. Eastern time, man.
Yep.
I'm gonna react to it. I think.
Are you really cool? I'll stop by for sure.
You have to go check out the video, sir.
Okay, I definitely. What is it on their?
NHL Seattle tweeted it out.
Yeah, the Twitter.
Seattle. Okay.
Twitter. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, it's when they talk about the Kraken. Everyone knows from the. I'm not gonna. You can watch the video, but now they know it has to do with water and the ship and stuff like that.
You know what? All this Native American bullshit that's going on with teams changing their names now, man. I really wanted the Seattle Totems. I really did want that. That would have been fun, and the logo would have been sweet. But too many Native Americans got their panties up in a roar. But okay, Kraken. That sounds all right. But I wanted.
I think
Kraken.
Emeralds was. I was just gonna say that Emeralds looks like a great name too.
Emeralds
I like that as
cool.
well.
I would have loved that.
So yeah, I mean Emeralds maybe, but yeah, in terms of what I watched with that trailer, I think it's definitely going to be between Kraken or Sockeyes.
Okay.
Guys would be.
Did they have a color scheme yet?
There's been we don't know, but there's been kind of
What do
created
you
by
think?
fans.
Like an emerald type of green or a greenish type. I'm
I
just
think
thinking.
the Kraken one,
Emeralds, man.
sir. I like the styles that have been created by fans.
Mhm.
I think the Kraken one could be so. And just imagine like they're saying like release the Kraken, like
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Release
And
the
apparently they also had the goal horn in that video too. Like a preview of the
Right.
goal horn.
Okay, well,
Was there actual goal horn? I thought it was just a general goal horn.
So that's what some people were saying in the chat. But dude,
somebody
man,
tweet it. Somebody tweet me, tag me in it,
Yeah.
so I can watch
Shit,
it
I
after.
feel like we should have Cardinal. It's only 30 seconds. We should have Cardinal to
Oh,
watch
put it
on
up,
stream
put it up,
and then-
put it up on your stream.
I don't know. I might
I'll
lag
just-
it. Or
Cardinal,
let me put it on my phone.
Yeah, do you have your phone, Cardinal?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to it right now and just at you.
Okay. And guys, I will
Yeah,
follow
Cardinal.
you back.
It's only 30 seconds, so just watch it quickly. Or sorry, it's a minute. You could literally fast forward past the first 20
No,
seconds.
it's
To be
okay.
honest.
I think Roger he wants to be here for 20 minutes, so give me a minute to watch it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And guys, I will follow you guys back who followed me after this is all over. But thank you guys.
Crackheads.
Crackets. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
Hot
I
take.
would like the Emerald Sovolsky. That'd be a great name.
Okay, here we go. Do you want it on mute or just
No,
have
it's
me
fine.
play it?
I don't care
Yeah.
with the audio in the background. All goal horns, copyright, but it's not from the goal horn, so.
And it doesn't have a song or anything. Goal horns itself aren't really copyright.
I mean, if this string is copyright, I really don't care. I'm not getting anything off of it. I'm not gonna get a strike. Seattle Purple Haze. Seattle says. Is that loud for you guys? I could turn it down. There you go. Seattle Chumbawambas. Jesus. Seattle had a fan questionnaire for 4 options for each question. They asked fans whether they would want to name the team be based on the goal horn sound and team colors. Okay.
Oh shit! Oh shit! That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh wow, that is so cool. And that goal horn going off in the background and the light turning on. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Shut up, QC. Don't tell me what to do.
So yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, Cardinal. I don't know why they took this long.
I know, right?
I mean, the only thing I'm thinking is, I guess in their mind, they were waiting for people to get hyped for hockey coming back
Mhm.
and get a lot of people invested in hockey again. But it was just one of those things. People were sitting around for so we were sitting around for 4 months. Like that could have been something we could have had happen. You know?
Mhm.
Right. And next offseason, not this offseason that's coming, but the next offseason, that's when they're doing the expansion draft?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2022
2021,
2021, 2022 season. That's the first for Seattle.
Yeah.
If people want the link in the chat, I'll share it right now with you guys.
Oh, send the link for that? Yeah, it's on Twitter.
Yeah, it's just
Oh.
guys. It's literally just NHL Seattle on Twitter.
Right there. There's the link to the Twitter. Right there, guys.
Literally NHL Seattle.
Crazy Mofo says, F it, call them the Seattle
Supersonics.
Supersonics. That's great.
Man,
But yeah,
Emeralds would have been really cool, man. I think they could have had a nice green and white base off of that, but
Yeah.
Kraken, it's whatever. I don't mind it.
Kraken,
Yeah,
that sounds
Sabalski
cool,
makes
though.
a good point. I actually forgot about this. I don't know I think it was a vote, so Sabalski can confirm it for me. But yeah, they had somewhat of a vote or like something. There are 4 options for jersey colors were red and green, blue and green, or what? I don't know what he's saying. But I remember back a few months ago, like back in 2019, they were like asking fans to vote for jersey colors.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, blue and green for me is the way to go. I
That's
think.
for me, too.
Okay.
Blue and green would be awesome.
I wouldn't mind
Blue
that.
and green would be
And I
awesome.
think you do the reverse of. I think that would even create the rivalry even more. You do the reverse. You do more green and blue stripes or something.
Okay.
And
Am I-
look at Vancouver with the whale and stuff like that up there. That could be a rivalry instantly with the 2 color schemes like being kind of similar with
Yeah.
blue and greenish.
I think, and I mean, I can't get it on stream, but the one kind of logo that they came up with, the Kraken, is so sick. I'm gonna try to pull it up here. Well, I can't obviously show, but so it's basically like a big like.
Can you show your laptop? For us
Yeah,
anyway. For us.
I don't know if you'll be able to see this.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, shit.
That looks nice.
Whoa. Hell yeah. That looks like kind of like an octopus.
Yeah. That looks sick.
They did something. There's another one. Well, there's a couple that they created. This one too.
That one's all right.
Not bad. Not
I like
bad.
the other
That
one.
first
That
one.
one's really nice.
Who's going to clutch up? One more like.
Hey, we got 2 more likes
this
for 100, guys. Hit that like button.
It's the jersey style. It's green and with a little bit of gold and white, so not really much blue, but
That looks like Minnesota, man.
Yeah.
I don't know the logo. If you can see the logo, I like the logo a lot, to be honest.
Like,
The logo's cool, but the jersey kind of just too much of
I
that
would say
wild
instead of
third.
the yellow. I would say maybe like a lighter green, maybe a little lighter than that, or like an actual green. Not, I don't know. It kind of looks tealish.
Like
a
a
bit,
forest
maybe
green or
blue.
something like that. Like
Yeah, forest green. I agree. And then
hey,
like a
thank
blue.
you guys so much for
stripes.
100 likes. Y'all amazing.
Yeah, Cardinal. I would love something like that with forest green and then blue and white stripes.
maybe a teal type green, or like a teal, like or
Yeah, that could be cool.
turquoise or something like that. Turquoise and the forest green.
Oh, yeah, man. All right, guys. We're going to be live for another 10 more minutes. Thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. Make sure to hit that like and sub button if you have it. Not just on my channel, but if you have it on these two gentlemen's channels, these two goddamn Canadians. Also, the Sports Fury. Their link as well. Appreciate Josh stopping by for the basketball. And I appreciate every single one of you stopping by tonight. Tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow, myself and SirCardinal will be teaming up for 2 baseball games. Tomorrow on my channel, we will be doing the Yankees-Nationals, the first game of the 2020 season. And right after that, we'll be going on Sir's channel, SirDodgerTV, for the Dodgers, the Doyers, and my 3-time World Series champion, San Francisco Giants. So tomorrow, it's going to be a great day. I'll be doing baseball all weekend long. Basketball starting next week. So if you guys haven't, make sure you hit that like and sub button. Why is my
I'd
mic
appreciate
low?
it.
Let me turn it up.
Okay, no teal. Calm down, Kim. I'm sorry. God damn. Don't scream at me.
Yeah. And what's up, Landon? Sorry I missed you, bro. Well,
Left turn, Landon?
Not anyone, but
Oh, Landon. No, it's someone different.
Oh, it's a
My
different-
bad. 49er fan, though. Hey, what up?
Gamer Dude, I will be doing the Cubs and Brewers game Saturday morning at 12 Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock my time. So I'll be doing the Cubs and Brewers game Saturday. So I'll be doing that game. Giants going to go 0-60? Hell no. Dodgers 15-2? Shut your ass, mofo. So what do you guys think about your Blue Jays this year, John, sir? What do you guys think about them? So we had
yeah,
Monday tomorrow.
I mean, I was supposed to. Well, people wanted me to do somewhat of MLB predictions on my second channel, but I honestly think, and I don't know if you guys saw, and they would have to decide by tomorrow. They were kind of talking about expanded playoffs potentially.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that after you, but
I will say, I'm not going to say I guarantee it, but I would be very confident in the Jays if it was expanded playoffs. I'm already thinking there's a chance in general. But if there's expanded playoffs, especially for the AL East, I think, there's potential of the Yanks, Rays, and Jays all making it an expanded format. Like, depending on how they would do it, how many wild cards.
White Sox, yeah, they're young, for sure.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I know it's just exhibition. I think if I'm worried about the pitching, but I watched that comeback from the Jays, and Cardinal, you like the potential of, and honestly, the stars weren't even playing that. Like the guys that we expect weren't even playing that insane. Like Bichette wasn't playing insane.
Nope.
Guerrero wasn't, and we still put up 8 runs.
Mm-hmm. And Derek Fisher and Rowdy Tellez hit home runs. Like, yeah, they can do it, but who hit the 2 yesterday? Derek Fisher hit 2 home runs. Like, I was mocking that guy at the first at bat. I was like, it's Derek Fisher. It's Derek Fisher. Great. But he hit 2 home runs. And Vladdy hit one today before it got rained out. Yep. So,
Shotguns will look like a genius in that trade if somehow Fisher I mean, I still think, even if Fisher pans out, I'm so mad they just gave up Sanchez like that. Yeah. Like, the Jays, Cardinal, we've talked about it. Like, they gave up Donaldson and Sanchez when both guys were, like, their value was their lowest.
Gamer Dude, like, 146, thanks for subbing, bro. Appreciate that.
Like if they had traded Sanchez, sorry, Roach, but I was just gonna say if they had traded Sanchez 6 months prior, same thing with Donaldson. If they had traded, who was the guy, Rocha? We've talked about this. Who was the guy on the Cardinals? Or maybe we didn't. But there was a guy on the Cardinals, Flaherty or something.
Jack Flaherty.
Yeah, there was a hard rumor. I don't know if it was John. What's his name? The insider, John Heyman.
John
maybe?
Heyman, yeah.
Or one of them in the U.S. I remember that rumor like full out that it was like the Jays were going to get Flaherty, and now Flaherty looks like he's a stud.
Mm-hmm.
He's a beast, man. He's going to be their ace, absolutely.
And Sanchez, I remember it like there was a bunch of teams interested in him as a starting pitcher. And then he turned out like the trade was just like a guy that we're taking a chance on as a reliever.
And he gets a no-hitter in his first game as an Astro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he's not even signed. He's a free agent. He didn't sign with anyone, I don't think. But I'm just saying for the Blue Jays, like they're talking about where they're going to play. Pittsburgh said no to them, unfortunately, today. But I'm thinking for them, like, play all the games. Okay, if they're playing, say, Baltimore at home, they don't have a place to play. Go back to Baltimore. Just go to Camden Yards, but you designate them as the home team.
Yeah, just play at the home.
Stadiums. Yankee Stadium. They go to Yankee Stadium and they're playing a home game. Say they're home against the Yankees. Just go to New York, play at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Give them the home field advantage. Get them to bat bottom of the first. Just so they don't have to just keep going to different stadiums, but have them as their home games in their stadium, so they don't have to travel anywhere. Any of them. So it just, I don't know what they're going to do. I'm sure they're going to come up with something totally different. But if they can't, just designate them as the home team in that players and the team stadium, and just have them be the designated home team. Have them wear their white
watch the Jays be that huge underdog team that I mean against all odds, and they don't even have a home stadium. They're not even at the Rogers Center, and they just decide to go off. But
they're making logos, for God's sakes. I don't know if you've seen them on Twitter, but they were making Pittsburgh-style Blue Jays logos. It was kind of hilarious. And
well, I will say, I mean, Cardinal, it's not like this huge, I would say, deterrent for the Jays. They have so many new guys into the pitcher now. It's not like they have a bunch of these players that were so used to the Rogers Center. That's not it.
Yeah,
They just have so many rookies. They have so many new guys they've brought in. Even for the bats, it's like, look what Fisher just did at it's insane. So
they're not going to have to worry about the turf at Rogers Center too. They're going to be playing on natural grass in pretty much every stadium they go to, right? So that's something they don't have to worry about that turf. Like the Bichette doesn't have to worry about that all season this year but playing on natural grass surfaces.
What are you saying? Obviously, the Blue Jays are an underdog. So many people think that they're not going to do well this year.
8-6 comeback. 8-6 comeback last week.
They
Sorry, bud.
definitely could make a run at the playoffs this year, especially they got less than about 15 hours to decide they're going to add the playoffs or not.
And I'll say this too. Well, Hap had the good run I remember with Pittsburgh, but going into that year when the Jays had unreal pitching and like crazy numbers when they had Stroman, Sanchez, Hap, Estrada, and Liriano. When they both brought in back-to-back years, Estrada and Hap, both those signings were just like, oh, whatever, right? But it was two guys that Jays took a chance on. I wonder if one or two of the pitchers they brought in this year are going to step up in I don't know. Like, who are the guys they brought in again?
Anthony Kay. They got Pearson, Nate Pearson.
No. Some of the couple of the free agents they signed.
Ryu.
Outside of Ryu, yeah.
Tanner Rourke.
Rourke's one of them. That's the one I was thinking about.
And Shoemaker's back from injury.
Chase Anderson. That's the other one I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy they got from, he looked okay. Yamaguchi or whatever.
Yeah. From Japan, right?
Japan, yeah.
Korea or whatever it is. Yeah. So we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, they brought in a lot of new pitchers, and even for the bullpen, their bullpen is Cardinal. Remember the bullpen like 2 years ago for the Jays? If you were a Jays fan back then and you took a break for a year, you're like, what happened here?
Yeah, just who was that one that really pissed me off? Brett Cecil. No, it wasn't Cecil. No,
Cecil actually got better towarst the end. You're talking about Aaron Loop.
Loop. He was okay 1 year. He made the All-Star game, believe it or not, a few years ago. Yeah. But no,
Loop.
Really Thornton. Thornton.
Thornton. Yeah, bro. He pissed me off as a starter last year.
Oh, he was brutal. But apparently he's looked really good this year so far. So
bro, keep him out of the starting rotation. Keep him in one inning. One inning for that guy.
Okay, who do you have starting 5 for the Jays?
Okay. I think Ryu. I think you start Pearson. I think you start Pearson in there.
Yeah. Pearson.
I would go. Yeah. Probably based on experience, I'd probably go.
Shoemaker, Rourke,
Anderson, Shoemaker.
So that's 4 right there, right? Ryu, Shoemaker, Anderson. That's 4. Then you got 1 spot left. You got Borucki, Pearson, Anthony Kay. Yeah, that's gonna be
Yamaguchi, maybe. Yeah.
Yamaguchi, maybe. What? Who knows? We'll see what happens.
I would go. You start Pearson,
and then you got
5.
Thornton there too. So,
Yeah.
but
Rocky actually looked decent.
yeah, Barucki. Wow, he gave up that home
Okay.
run yesterday.
Yeah, he gave it the home run.
He's
but-
looked strong though. Apparently, he's looked really good during this session. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Think he can have two
Is
lefties in the
Shoemaker a
front.
lock, you think, though?
Yeah, he's back from injury. He looks good. Remember
He was
last
good
year when he
last
started
year,
off, he was
man.
4-0 with like under 1 ERA.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
he
you're
tore his
right.
ACL. And then when we went to shit.
And
But
Tanner Rourke, wasn't he like a ridiculous pitcher like 3 years ago?
yeah, he was
Yeah,
pretty
he was
decent.
good.
really good.
I remember he was in the All-Star game.
He was also
Yeah.
pitched really good for Team USA in the WBC and helped them win that title.
And
Rocha,
Stroman
can
won
I
it.
tell you everything that Seattle website fan did question-wise? Wait, can I tell you everything that Seattle fan website did question-wise a year ago? Except for Goldhorn.
Kowalski, why are you asking? Just say it.
Yeah. What is sleep anyway, Kim? Yeah, I'm about to head off here really, really soon.
Yeah, Rocha, give me a quick, because I really don't know much about the guy. Maybe a little quick scouting report on Chase Anderson.
Yeah, I don't know
Chase
much
Anderson had like 1 or 2 good, solid years with the Brewers, but he just, I want to say that's around 2016, 2017. I think 2 years ago, he had a really good year when they went to the NLCS, but otherwise he's been up and down his whole career. But you never know how good he could be with Toronto. You never know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I brought up Estrada and Happ, because, it's kind of giving me those vibes with Rourke and Anderson, that maybe one of those guys come in and they actually turn their career. Again, Rourke's older now, but at least somewhat bounce back.
And we'll see. We got the trade deadline too, August 31st. So we'll see what happens there. If we add somebody, if we're a decent team, if we're in contention for one of those spots, maybe we make a trade for one of our younger guys to get someone with good leadership and a decent arm or something like that going to the playoffs.
Bring David Price out of his opt-out year. Bring him back.
Yeah, bring him back for sure. Man, I wish we were.
That
You're not
was
wrong,
kind of
TJ.
tough. See him
What
go to the
are you saying?
Dodgers,
Thank you
and
to Kim
now-
for? Oh, I see now. What a
And
sleep
freaking
anyway.
PJ's like, I've been playing since 12 p.m. boys. I gotta head out. Yeah, that was me when I played Fortnite like every fucking day for like 12 hours a day. PJ.
Jeez.
You come to my streams, Kim, I'll say a boot all the time for you.
A boot.
We'll see. I'll say a boot every single time.
Appreciate that,
Michael
Joey.
Sachs Jr., what are you saying? HH, we are making the playoffs with extra playoffs. Who's your team?
Michael Sachs Jr., Joe Cronin guy.
Blue, something else, or either blue or green.
Bet.
Let's see, Savolsky. I would say blue and green might be a great for Seattle's team. Want the Dodgers to get. All right. There you go. She subbed you up, Sir Cardinal.
I see that. Thank you.
Now, every time you see her, you gotta be, what's up? A boot.
No.
What are you talking about?
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I get made fun of by
Kim
Kim and all these.
That's okay. It could be like living in Long Island, in Glen Cove, like saying, where's the nearest coffee shop? Like, where's Dunkin' Donuts? I got to go get some coffee, cup of coffee.
Yeah, she says her worst ones are coffee, talking,
Talking.
Boston.
Talking. Yeah.
Hey,
Where's the Dunkin' Donuts?
I still remember the one time when I told John he has a Canadian accent and he told me no, he doesn't.
Bro,
I think he sounds more Canadian than I do.
Yes, he does. 100%.
Hey, when I'm saying certain things, man, like
Yes.
Man, you haven't heard Western Canadians, like literally, like the guys from like Saskatchewan or those guys from New
Newfies.
Brunswick, Newfies, those guys. Hey there, bud. Hey, how's it going? Hey, yeah, you know.
nah, you're right, sir. Like some of it, like I've heard some people even from like Alberta.
Yeah, like seriously, like a Dolan TV. He sounds like he
Yeah,
has
bro.
like, Canadian.
Yeah, guys, Dolity, bro. That guy is
Makes sense.
so just Western Canadian. It's hilarious.
Yes, he is definitely a Canadian, Dolan. Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes. Gotta go to
How
class.
do you say that player? Both of you guys, how do you say that player?
But what?
I'm not saying it. You say it.
Sebastian Aho.
Wait, Aho? Sebastian Aho?
Yeah. Thank you, Kim. Bro, she said you could only say it Aho.
Aho. Yeah.
Aho.
I say I go Sebastian Aho.
Aho.
Oh,
Sebastian
Who's a hoe? Who's a hoe? Who's a hoe? What?
Aho.
You the hoe?
Rocha got a Modesto accent. What is it? What's
accent?
what's a Modesto?
I don't know.
Wow.
I think PJ
He's got that Stockton Crip walk too, right, King?
Oh, hell nah.
Right over there. That's the bad area, guys. Right on
over
camera.
there. No, actually, that's that way. That way, guys. That way.
And I'm going to go to YouTube and listen to Carolina Hurricanes broadcast and listen to the guy announcing his name now. Thanks, Kim. I'm going to have to do that.
Speaking of that, just quickly, bro, the Hurricanes are so dumb. They like Forsland might be leaving. He's like the best announcer in the league.
Where's he going?
Wait, the play-by-play announcer?
There's like a big thing of like him maybe becoming a free agent and getting picked up, bro. I'd want the Leafs to pick him up
Dude, he's
ASAP.
Great.
Oh my goodness! Bring him to like freaking Sportsnet or something. I don't know.
Man, I thought the ownership was like fixing Carolina, bro. If they're gonna be cheap about it, bro, that guy's the best announcer. You're gonna have to pay.
Hey, what do you say?
Yes.
That would be
He
awesome.
was the one that did the Sharks comeback last year against Vegas. I remember that shit. He's a great
Like,
announcer.
think
man.
about the impact of what Jack Edwards does. Like the Bruins, like Nesson,
Jack Edwards,
like
that's
face for Jack Edwards, and bro, Bruins fans like. I was gonna say something else, but I'll keep it PG-13. They get very excited for Jack Edwards. We'll just say that.
They're homers, and he is a homer too, so they fit right in.
Huge.
I like Jack Edwards sometimes, but he is too much of a homer.
Bro, that guy. I remember it was either Janssen or Kapanen in the playoffs. Buddy gets like hit and he's like on the ground for a second, but he's like on his way getting up. Jack Edwards saying, "You blow the whistle for that? You better have a broken bone in your body if you're blowing the whistle in a game 6." It's like, bro, you're literally yelling, like raging, like it's just like, I mean, he has professionalism, but yeah, sometimes he just yells random stuff. And it's like
very controversial sometimes.
So
Good,
controversial.
He's a boss.
I don't mind him.
Right?
He's really he's okay when he wants to be.
Yeah.
But a little impartial.
Yeah, one of my favorites was he's good. One of my favorites was like when Chara. I don't know if you guys remember this goal. It's like you never see it from Chara. Chara was like coming down the right side, and he like kind of spun. He literally spun off the guy, like did kind of like a spinorama, and then cut in and like roofed it, and then he was like Chara cutting in like a ballerina.
Awesome. Yeah, I might have to look for that.
Oh, Randy Hahn, man. Randy Hahn's so good. I enjoy Randy Hahn.
What's up, Canadian Basement, my man?
Hey, what up,
Yeah.
Basement?
Doc Emmerich's insane. Sabalski, I love Doc Emmerich.
He's a legend. Did you hear about the broadcasting guys for each conference? So Jim Houston and Craig Simpson are doing the Eastern Conference, and Chris Cuthbert, newest addition to Sportsnet.
Yeah, Cardinal, you get so lucky, bro. I love Cuthbert. We get chanced. Like every time we get just finessed.
But I'm so happy because Chris Cuthbert was with TSN earlier in the year, and then he signed with Sportsnet, and he's going to be doing hockey games again for Sportsnet. So it's great. He loses the CFL, but he comes back and he's going to be doing the Western Conference games for the bubble. I can't wait. Can't wait to hear his voice doing hockey again, like a lot. Like he did it a little bit last year, but not too much. But he's from Edmonton, so that's kind of cool. I'm kind of excited. I grew up watching him.
And no disrespect to like Hughes, like I know people disrespect them, but honestly, I just love the combo of Gordon Miller and Ray Ferraro. I would love to see them, but unfortunately, TSN doesn't have the playoff rights. But it's like Gordon Miller, like he's so iconic, and like he's been in the Olympics, the World Juniors. Like Gordon Miller for me is just great, and Ray Ferraro, the guy in between the benches, like he is by far one of the best, if not the best.
You got a donation?
Real quick, $2 donation from Michael Sachs Jr. says, "I meant my Rays are making the playoffs regardless." I agree.
Oh, you meant the Rays on the expanded baseball? Yeah, expanded.
Yeah, they're definitely getting in. I think Sachs Jr. for sure.
Especially if it's expanded. Yeah.
Yes.
They should.
All right,
the
boys. Are y'all ready to call it a night?
I guess so.
1:37. Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to bed yet. I'm probably going to stay up now. So.
I'll probably join the Discord. All right, Rocha.
Cool.
Trying to read the dono. Yes. All right, guys. Well, this was an amazing night. I want to thank John. I want to thank Sir Cardinal. I want to thank Josh for you guys for joining tonight, making this stream great. For the raid, John, I appreciate that. Everybody in the chat tonight. You guys.
Yeah. What was the growth on? Did you gain a bunch of subs today?
Let's see. We started at. Let's see. Oh, I got. Oh no, my app's crashing. There we go. All right. We started at 3,128. We ended up tonight. We gained 30 subs tonight. 30 freaking subs. So thank you guys so much for the likes. We got over 100 likes tonight. Let's see how many likes we're at. We're at 105 likes, 30 subs. Thank you guys so much. And again, huge shout out to SirCardinalTV, John, aka Hot Take Hockey, and Josh from TheSportsFury for joining tonight. It was a great night. Great predictions. And again, tomorrow, guys, remember, Sir Cardinal will be live during the day for some basketball. But tomorrow, me and Sir Cardinal will be doing a doubleheader on our channels first Yankees and Nationals, the first game of the 2020 season, and I will be helping on his, and that's on my channel. We'll helping on his channel for Dodgers and Giants, and then of course John will be his stream starting a week from what, Saturday or Friday?
No, I mean exhibition games are the 28th.
I was just gonna say,
so-
are you gonna do any
Exhibition
exhibition games?
I'll be doing exhibition games, so that's
All right, there you
in
go.
like 5 days, which is crazy.
All right. Well, everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much. Everybody who donated, everybody who joined, who liked and subbed tonight, thank you guys so much. And again, shout out to everybody who joined the stream tonight. You guys are amazing. Anyways, so until tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, for Sir Cardinal, John, thank you guys so much for joining. Josh in the chat, thank you for donating. Everybody who joined, thank you guys so much. And until tomorrow, your boy Rocha, signing out.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Boom.